that killed her.
Oh. There's a twofer.
Hello, and welcome to the land of Prova. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition homebrewed adventure, and today we are rounding near the end, the last arc of our story that we've been doing now for how long?
2 years.
2.5 years? 2.5. It's been a while.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We started in what, May?
No, we started in August.
Yeah, I thought we started like
August, I thought.
August or September.
Yeah.
I joined
August of 21.
late.
I
I
think
joined
so.
on
3
episode
years?
7.
3 years.
Oh my gosh, almost
my-
3 years? Holy cow! A 3-year campaign coming close to an end in our last arc of the story.
Being first
Let's
five.
see what shenanigans we have today before us. So yeah, let's see, where did we end last time? Last time we ended with, oh yes,
I'm gonna
you
need
guys had finally met with the Great Merchant, had a great meeting. It was really one-on-one, it was really wonderful.
Productive.
Very productive. You guys made a deal with him that now branded each one of you guys with a...
Oh yeah, where are our marks?
Yeah, you guys all have different marks on different parts of your bodies.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the bell, I believe, right? The bell tattoo?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said it was scales. Like a
Is it
merchant
scales?
scales.
Oh, no, it is. You're right. Scales. It is scales.
Yeah.
There's
The
a bell on there
merchant scales.
somewhere.
Yes, so everybody has scales on their bodies now.
Mm-hmm.
And
bottom
or
of,
the
like,
the
ants.
weighing scales, not scales, scales. But yeah, so you guys have
Hands
that.
on my calf.
Finn
No.
has her
that's
extra
holding up
bonuses
again.
back to her bow now.
But she has a cat suit. Yes.
So that's a nice little plus there.
And somebody overnight
She's only
already called in their
46.
favor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
before
he used his
before someone
wallet.
even took a little nap, they were already pulling their favor and using their coins.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. The shenanigans that your players will give to you when you give them an option of what they want to choose. Can I have this game-breaking item on D&D Beyond that lets me win the game automatically?
A player.
A player that shall remain nameless.
Yeah, I don't ask for it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder
yeah.
who they're talking about.
I don't know.
Definitely
I
not
don't
you.
know. But anyways, so you guys ended up back in Hammer's Keep.
Couldn't
And then as soon as you guys get back into Hammer's Keep, it seems as though there's lots and lots of crazinesses going on. Lots of people are running around. When you guys had first left Hammer's Keep, it was basically vacant. A lot of the people had been captured by Legion, and at this point now, it seems like new doors have been opened up into this place. All the old doors have been sealed off.
I feel like we'd finally come to the realization that we're not making any progress, and if anything, we were just making Legion stronger.
Yes.
slowly
So
feeding him.
it'd be kind of just become hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
So now we've gathered the allies.
Yes, actually, the allies were here before you stepped through the
Before
portal.
we got back, yeah.
Yeah, so something's already happening.
Paracelsus was on
so-
the move.
Paracelsus was moving, man.
Sophia from
Yep.
Tornhaven.
The
Yep.
pirates.
We got, okay, we're talking about major factors here.
Hey, there are
We
a
got
lot
the-
of
So the
pirates
dwarves
and
of Barrett
scoundrels
Arger.
that need to
The
live.
dwarves of Baird Argor.
Not the Formithlin elves, because there's hardly any of those guys left.
Yeah.
There are people from...
The North City, I thought. Them.
that is the...
Castle Wellspring.
Yeah. The
that is the pirates.
That's the pirates. That's my people. This is
Yeah.
all the scoundrels. They're up here in the north.
The actual people of Castle Wellspring are kind of snooty. Yeah, they're not going to come help you guys.
What? Princess was so
Well,
However-
no, the princess owes us.
Yeah.
We saved their shit.
She's
Yeah.
She didn't come.
What a bitch.
Well,
All right, we're not gonna
should
forget
tell her.
that.
You know.
yeah, Mordai remembers
I'm
that.
We
That
got
takes
our-
mental
We
note.
got our Dampier fellows down over here.
Yep. The Dampiers from Waterridge are there.
And Kelsey.
Castle Narin. There's a lot of the individuals from Castle
Yeah, we
Narin that are
saved
present.
their bacon.
Yep. There's even some wizards and things from Castle Crown, which is basically its own country.
Okay.
And so yeah, there's lots of different people, and they're all.
Zareth's mom. Does that include Zareth's mom?
I asked.
With the school?
He says she didn't come.
She didn't
Your
come.
mom didn't come?
At least you haven't
It's
seen
been a
her
while.
Your
yet.
mom doesn't want to help save the world? That's really
However,
fucking weird.
someone's dad is there in the
Are
the
they getting
smithy.
a divorce?
Oh, cool.
She sent him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He really ups
On their
his mom
behalf.
and now she's magically not here.
So yeah, there's everybody's kind of like
She's
moving
so
around.
powerful.
Yeah.
So you thought you said they're warring over who gets what.
Yes.
They
So-
seem to be less focused on helping
Elderhold and carving
remaining
up
survivors
Elderhold's
of Elderhold
corpse.
and more on what happens when they win.
Yes.
Seems to be like a decided factor for them.
Yeah, a lot of them
carving
are
up
like
the
arguing
corpse
whether they are going to send their troops and things to aid,
Because they're afraid of Legion.
because they're afraid of Legion. But they're also
Or so they talking more containment? They're not even retaking Elderhold or fighting at Legion?
no. They all realize that because Paracelsus has really made it clear to everybody that Legion's not going to stop. He's not going to stop at the borders. He stopped for now. But the
nobody knows why.
last surge expanded his reach, and now he's grabbing more and more. So he's never going to stop until this entire continent is full of his.
So about how far did he get? Because he stopped at the border of Fort Midland, because they were kind of
Yes.
50-50ing it with the Moon
Yes.
Dragon.
So let me go and draw here on the map to
But-
give you guys.
'Cause,
a
like,
good
this is all
idea.
empty now.
He's
This
moved,
is all
he's
dead.
moved quickly since the Moon Dragon was defeated.
So
But
before
even if he
all
spread
of this
way,
area
everything's
was
dead over here
Legion,
already.
and
Doesn't
since
matter.
you guys have been gone, he has been taking over.
Jeez.
It's a daisy.
That
Guys?
Legion.
Actually looks like a car, but
Kind of. A
So
ghost.
That's what he owns.
with a big hole.
he has been pushing and pushing and pushing, and actually, Finn would know because of the conversation he had with the merchant that he's actually already taken care of the people at Peak Shadow and Seabreeze and Saltwind, which are all Hobbit,
Halfway.
Halfling. All the Halflings
You're used to it.
Legally distinct.
were
My feet are not hairy.
there. That's the distinction. That is the distinction. Is the feet. They were gone beforehand, but as soon as they came back, no one's ever seen them. And so the assumption is Legion already has them because he's already expanded his reach far and wide, and it keeps to be gaining. Like on a daily basis, he's gaining and gaining and gaining. The people who are here in this area in the Hammer's Keep, which remember Hammer's Keep is that top of the mountain. It's extremely difficult to get to if it wasn't for the magical means. Hammer's Keep is in this black area. If it wasn't for the magical ways to get to the top, hardly anybody would get here unless they could fly.
And it's like embedded into the mountain.
And it's embedded in the mountain. And so that's the only reason people are still able to meet there. But he is expanding at a horrific rate, just taking over towns and sucking people into themselves and just continually making himself... It's in the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's
He's
happening.
just a wave. He's just gaining momentum as
And
he
yeah, just
spreads
a
out.
wave, and the more he picks up, the easier it is for him to pick up more.
Just a wave of sucking.
There you go. And so the idea is that within the
Sounds
next
like Star
week,
Wars.
the entirety of the entire continent will be gone. And that includes everything from the way south, which you guys actually never went to.
A key party.
The entirety of the continent will be taken up within a week. And no one will be left. So the people are saying, okay, we've got to like do something,
Right, or we all die.
or we all die.
So, what do we know about Legion? We know
He's a
he's
soul-sucking bitch.
like a demi-lich kind of creation.
Yes.
The corpse of the Vampire King reanimated into a soulless something.
So the funny
with
part
lich
about it,
magic.
and actually somebody asked the question way early on in like the very first session, why do they call it a soulless if you keep on shoving in souls into it? It doesn't make sense to be called a soulless and to have to be full of souls.
Right.
Well, they call it a soulless because that's what they call all the vampires. Vampires are soulless. It's a nickname for them. So his body is of the old king. The old king of Goldcrest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's able to take in so many of these other bodies or other souls is inside of him.
Plus, it ate Dipsum's soul.
And then it allows him
Yes.
to get rid of things that it didn't want and suck in more things that it does. And so he is now without any bounds. He can continually just suck in more and more and more. Where before he had a limit. That limit's gone. So we know that. You know that everybody and anybody who's ever been sucked into the Soulless, he now has all their memories and has everything about them because of the way he's been like taking over some of these countries. He's been able to get into places he shouldn't have been able to get into. Only the special elite people knew how to get into like the castle of these places, but Solus knew exactly where all these places were at because of the people that he took in. Everybody seems to not like this except for one group. The owners and the inhabitants of Goldcrest.
Vampires.
The vampires. The old ones and the their whole crew is inside of Elderhold helping Solus, and they haven't been taken over.
Good for them. See, that's
This is the
commitment.
first we're hearing of this. Or?
Yep. And the person who's telling you all this information is actually going to be Paracelsus. He's been doing the most research and stuff.
And what about our Dampier friends? Did they show up?
Yes, they are here.
Okay, cool.
Also, your sister is here.
Yes, with the pirates.
Yep, with the pirates. The
How are her and Nadira? Are they close?
they're
Can
close.
I insight check them?
We know.
You know how that's gonna play out.
Okay, yeah. Mordai just
you had discussions
Mordai
before.
clocks it immediately, and it's just like,
We fucking told you.
Yep. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
does look like a whole lot.
And there's Aleki is also there with them.
No,
Adira is.
Isn't that his sister?
No.
That's Amir, right? That's the difference in their names.
Amia.
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 Adira and Amia.
So they're together, but Adira is the whore, not his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not this. Yeah. Say that in front of someone.
Surprise.
Say that.
I would,
His
but
sister's
she's
a
not.
bad
No,
But
it's
she's
Adira.
not.
It's Adira that's
She'd be
the.
happy.
There you go.
That's
There you
the-
go. So yeah, so this is all the information that you guys know. So now they're just arguing over, okay, Elderhold basically doesn't have a king anymore. The prince, the child king, is missing. They assume he's been sucked up into Legion. So there's no ruler. There's hardly any people left of Elderhold. So really, if they should succeed, that land should belong to Barrett Arger. The only one who's not arguing is Sophia from Torrenthaven.
Yeah.
She doesn't care. She just wants power
Yeah.
over the
She-
woods. That's it.
She was a chill chick the whole time.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody else is arguing.
I believe that if we defeat Legion, all the people that he's absorbed will be returned to us. So, I have evidence to that. It's happened in the past when people from 200 plus years ago reappeared.
Unaged, a
Because he
child.
absorbed over his limit. So, I think we are getting ahead of ourselves. Then we need to focus on the task at hand. Now that we have this information from Paracelsus that he's vampire related, I think that it needs to play heavy into our attack plan.
Yeah, I'll need to make as much holy water as we can.
And Paracelsus, I mean, you've had a very long time to plan this. You know, we need your help and assistance here. Obviously, we know our ability is best. We think that we are going to go after the core of Legion in his stronghold. But obviously, I mean, it's not just him. He's not taking over all of this area with just from that one, the king's body. So what's helping him? What is it? He just has like a legion of other bodies that he can control all at once, like a hive mind, or
For what I understand, it is a hive mind. If one knows, all know. But we haven't faced the biggest obstacle. How do we get close to him without being absorbed? If we get close, then the game is over.
Would a wish take care of that?
No, it's already been tried. If you get close to him, all will die.
Wait, The
Yep.
moon dragon and the elves of Formithlin were immune to his absorption because they were also a hive mind.
So what do you suggest? We all become a hive mind? Link our bodies, our minds all up together with one another? We'd be no better than Legion.
I'll hold up the amulets that link together.
You've been wanting
And-
to use those forever.
I've been holding on to them! And I'm gonna say, could we replicate these and not become a hive mind, but link all of our powers together so that we're too much to absorb? Because he does have a limit on how much he can absorb. He can only absorb one thing at a time.
Let me
only,
see these
we
things.
only need to stop him from absorbing us initially so that we can fight him and hopefully break
Well,
his
that's
power.
yeah. That's why I was hoping to use the amulets. At least that's like an item.
Let me see this items if you have. So he takes it, starts doing some things with it.
I'll give him the help action guidance.
Okay. You see him starting
Meanwhile,
to
at
do.
that point, Pavel has been around for a long time.
Mhm.
He's calling in every favor he's ever. He's a paladin. He's never asked for much. He's always just given from the empty
Yeah.
well. Okay.
That's
And
very
at
true.
this point, he's called every dwarf he's ever saved. He's going around to every guard who's there.
Who's healed him
Oh,
at
yeah.
all?
every point of healing that's ever been given.
man.
On every
The millions of
favor
points of healing.
is being called in for Elderhold at this point right now.
Oh man, that's rough.
And I'm gonna go with.
So the
him.
dwarves are actually like kind of their heads down slightly.
Shame.
Yeah, they're
Shame.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I want to,
Shame from on high.
and then I'm gonna talk some mad shit to them.
Oh man.
You've been around that long. You don't have shit to talk
I know.
about.
I'm just being your echo.
Starla's just there to hype you up, okay?
And if
In the
it,
background, it's like, yeah.
Fuck you.
Really good hype person too. Got me to be very rude to children. So very good hype
I'm
person.
very good.
And also, another thing we have to think about if we go after his body is that magic was weird in Elderhold. Like, when we fought Legion for the first time, we were in the area of... It was like the ritual of suffering that did it, right? The big ritual of all the people suffering under Cullen Keep.
Oh.
When we fought him the first time. Do I know if that is the same, if he's using that same technique?
Well, we know honestly more about that than Paracelsus does, I would think.
I'm asking,
Yeah,
like,
he
DM.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
He
Like
didn't
Mordai,
actually face
would
him.
I be able to, like... Because I've
Do-
experienced both, because I went back to Elderhold.
That's gonna be a high roll. Do an Arcana because that was what a year ago. No.
Less, it was in the...
That was before the Scarred
It was
Lands.
before the... Oh, yeah. But that was...
That
like,
was a
only
year
couple
ago
weeks for us.
before the Scarred Lands.
Yeah, but that was only a
6
year
years.
for them. That was 6 years for me.
You're 6 years for you. Okay, so it's a year
Arcana?
for you. Still, that's a long time. Because that was the last time you guys really faced Legion was
When he absorbed it.
when he
from soul.
absorbed Dip some soul.
Can I give myself guidance as well as I think
Yeah,
about this?
yeah, it's gonna be a high roll though. My morning.
When he broke the night.
Okay. I rolled a 14. 17 plus 9, 26.
26. So you're doing your best to go back in time and thinking about that specific place. Cullen Keep was a crazy place.
Right. My magic's all about vibes. So
Yeah.
what vibes do I get from this weird magic?
Hey, but
Yeah.
we took a lot of souvenirs.
You did
We
take a
did.
lot of souvenirs. Actually,
I have-
you took a lot.
And-
of
I
souvenirs.
actually-
and
all-
those
I have all
souvenirs
of the
were largely
research.
like a recollection of everything that, like, they were.
That's
I
true.
have
they were
all of the
memory
research
devices.
and tools from Cullen Keep.
Or pack rats.
Yeah. I took all of that crazy magical shit. I meant to share it with Zareth, but I haven't yet.
So, okay. Because you rolled so high, and because he has a lot of that stuff you took from Cullen Keep, and he's been in the world for 6 years, you would have passed that information on to Paracelsus. Which means Paracelsus would have had 6 years to research that and figure it all about. And so as soon as you start saying this, like all this stuff happened with magic around Cullen Keep, Paracelsus kind of looks up from his investigation of the amulets. He's like, "No, the magic there that was at the keep, it wouldn't have made magic go crazy. It has specific purposes to retain information and to distort the body. It would not have done what you've said it's been doing."
So Legion was the source of that anti-magic. Okay. Cool. How deep into Elderhold is the shop we will appear in? Like Main Street or like little
Yes.
alley on the side?
So
Because Elderhold's pretty big, right?
Elderhold is really large, extremely large. It's roughly about halfway in the middle of the town district.
Okay.
So just think about like from the gates to the castle door, you're about halfway in between the two.
Okay. So put us right in the thick of it.
Right in the thick. Right in the middle of everything.
Cool. Great.
But still, we need a way to do this. This amulets. Don't get. I don't want to touch it anymore. No, there. You take this.
I give Zareth the receiving one.
He looks over
and
at
I
you
put
and
on
like,
the transmitting one.
you gonna put that on?
So I'd give him my energy.
Oh.
Sure.
So you have the receiver, I have the sender.
Do you have the sender on?
I will put the sender on.
So as soon as you put the sender on and he puts on the receiver,
Oh shit.
you feel like a lot of your power kind of start to just, like trickle out of your body. It almost feels like you need to go take a nap. You need to stretch your body a little bit. Like there's a slow feed, but as soon as he starts concentrating on a spell, he won't feel anything.
Oh, I just use his spell slots. Use Mordai's spell slots.
Yeah.
So
not
if-
just
if
not
we-
just his spell slots. Like his health becomes your like mana pool basically.
Oh, so you'll just drain me dry. Okay.
For
Sucks
70
to
hit
be
points,
you.
you can have a 7th level spell.
Yeah.
That sounded like the straw at the bottom of the drink.
Oh yeah.
That's him.
Okay. I take it off.
Actually, now that you've done it, you can't take it off.
Oh, cool. Can I cast Remove Curse on
You can
myself?
tell him to take it off.
Can you take it off me?
Like 5 minutes.
Just
Because you were mean to me that one time.
I was meaning that one time.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I hate to even mention this as an
Take it off.
option, but
okay, thank you.
there's the ring. I could provide us enough protection to get to the core, to the original body.
Oh, you mean the angel wing? The angel ring.
The ring of
Tanner.
what's his
What do we call it?
the Asmodeus.
Well, that's what you guys called it.
I can just wear the receiver.
It's actually the ring of the angel.
Yeah, it was his name as an angel before
Yeah,
he became.
I'll give you the
Yeah,
necklace. One of them.
That Legion power.
That would protect one. So the dwarf actually, the dwarf king actually comes up to you and says, "You have done a lot for us. We wish we could help and support you and rally with you at this fight. But we are without ways to battle Legion. The other dwarves in my council want to close the doors, barricade ourselves in our mountain, and hide.
Then you will die in the dark instead of fighting
Encourage him.
to save
Who said that?
the rest of.
The dwarves?
You believe
Yeah.
that everything
What?
Legion has absorbed so far is gone. I know this not to be true.
Sounds fun.
So if you stand
Dogs
and
don't
fight with
bitches.
us today
I mean, a little,
and help us
but I don't
defeat
have to see
Legion
a
for
girl
good,
that's a bitch.
your losses will not be as great as you
Yeah.
think. You will all be returned to us.
That
You just need the chance. And I believe that with my power and my aura, that I can give this protection of the ring to at least our select champions to get in and get this one chance. We just need everyone here's support. Because if he's able to focus entirely upon our attack, then we'll have no
No
chance
chance,
of
yeah.
succeeding. But if
You
we
ask-
spread his attention thin, he has taken much in a very short time period. He has spread his attention thin already. It will not take much to break this It's you just need to break through in one point. A lightning attack somewhere he's not expecting.
And I have a door in.
You're asking a lot.
I'm asking
Should
this
we-
from everybody. So Sophia, Tornhaven, everybody.
We charge forward and immediately get absorbed into Legion, making him that much stronger. And you would have to face us in the end.
Don't fight Legion. Don't attack him directly. Take the physical things back and keep moving.
Be a loud distraction. Draw him
We
out.
know you can't face him directly.
You see one of the other dwarves come up behind the king and it's like a coward. And the king actually turns and says, no, like hunting into a trap. But there is no trap. There is only shooting and running. Dwarves are not good at running.
We'll be the trap.
Yeah, we're the trap.
Can I try? I'm gonna kind of like back out of the conversation. a little
Dwarves
bit.
no traps, though.
And I want to try and pray to my father to see if there's anything he can do to like protect us from Legion, from being absorbed.
Mhm.
Whether it's like being chained to a bigger fish keeps you from being sucked in.
Yes.
He's already at your borders.
Yeah.
You would know how to defend your borders best. That's all we're asking you.
Wait, you
roll-
can tie it to the merchant? Make our souls unseverable.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Doesn't he
Roll
need
persuasion.
to-
Roll with advantage.
Oh.
Well, see, it's not persuasion. It's actually
It just has to be like.
it's actually religion. Actually, it wouldn't even be religion. You're talking to your dad.
Yeah.
Just roll a regular d20. No pluses,
Oh,
no
shit, I can
minuses,
go back
just
home.
a 20.
I've signed a
With
contract.
advantage?
Shit.
With advantage and guidance. It's not going to be that high of a roll because you're just using a 20.
Okay. 16 plus 3 for the guidance, 19 total.
19 out of 20? Okay. There's a moment. You're sitting there and you're at the end of your rope, right? I mean, there's not a lot to do. Everything seems like just one bad idea after another. So you sit in like kind of a small place all by yourself and you're like just pleading out with your dad. Like,
Yes.
I need help.
I need a way to protect my friends. Like, if you do this for me, I'll come home. I will stay home.
You zoom in mentally and physically and spiritually into basically the throne of your dad, and you can see him clearly in front of you.
In the glacier.
Yes. The first thing that you notice about him is that he is weak.
Oh, shit.
And it's at that moment you realize the gods are controlled by their followers. And now that Legion is expanding outwards, he's
Nobody's
destroying the
worshiping
gods'
anyone.
control, which means now he's becoming more and more and more weak. And so he's looking at you with this just kind of like almost pathetic look of just, I can't help you very much. But there's one thing he does do. Your tattoo of the scales starts to burn slightly, and you can feel it on you. You're seeing that he's trying to tell you something.
The merchant?
Alright, moving
Can
along
he-
to our next end.
Does this protect us from being absorbed?
Do an insight check.
No way.
How?
Insight.
With guidance still?
Yes.
Oh, not advantage.
Scrolling TikTok.
Give me your phone.
Okay. I rolled another 16. Oh, 15. 15 plus. 28 insight.
28 insight.
High wisdom.
In your mind, you start thinking back about all the different things you've learned up to this point. You went into Formethlin. There was a group of people that weren't sucked into either the cult that was there, the stone cult. There was one group that survived. Then you start going over towards the group over in the Cruxfield, and you realize that those same people also weren't sucked into him either, that they weren't controlled by those contracts. The more and more you realize, you start thinking about it, you start realizing that The merchant didn't put this brand on you for any reason. He put it on you for a specific reason. He put it on you so that you wouldn't be absorbed into Legion. Because there's something that stops Legion from absorbing you. It's when you're chained to somebody else.
That answers my question.
And that's why Pavel wasn't able to be absorbed the first time we fought him, is because he was chained to Lathander at the height of his power.
It was
You
also
guys
cool.
all thought that he wasn't be able to absorb because there was only so much room. It had nothing to do with room. It had the fact that he was connected to a god.
So if he had gotten to anybody else, he would have absorbed
He would absorb them and that would have been the end of
We
it.
were lucky that it was
With
Pavel
Pavel.
that he grabbed. Okay, cool.
The only reason.
And we didn't even know all these
And
years.
all those years, you had no idea. You thought it was because
Huh.
he was full.
I'm never gonna tell him that. Alright, thanks,
So
Dad.
after all this, you get zoomed back, you're back in the room, and you hear Paracelsus. We can't move forward unless we have some way of protection. We're
We
just
do.
lambs to the slaughter.
We do. The marks. You can't be absorbed by Legion if you're tied to a bigger fish.
Pick a fish? I don't know anything about fishing. I'm a scientist.
It's a metaphor, Paracelsus. Get with the times, okay? It is. If you're already bound to another deity, you can't be absorbed by Legion. When we fought Legion for the first time, he tried to consume Pavel after he ate Dipsum's soul, and he wasn't able to because
Yes, because he was full.
No,
Right.
because he was bound to Lathander at the height of his power.
He's taken so many of my paladins.
Not everyone's faith is equal, Pavel.
Were they taken? Or were they killed? You don't know. Because they were all lost inside of Elderhold.
And we did find all of the bodies of all of those religious figures from all the different gods in both Legion's dungeons and the dungeons of the Moondragon, because they couldn't be turned because they already had
They already had a contract
divinity.
on their
Yes.
life. Their soul was bound to somebody else, therefore it couldn't be taken.
Cool, so you and I were already immune.
And this is a very simple question. Do you believe?
Oh, wait, can I
I know my dampiers are good.
make them all Knights of Elderhold?
That's not how that works.
No, because I signed with my contract with the Great Merchant. My one addendum was that you can't harm or plan against any member of the Knights of the Elderhold. So if they're all inducted, wouldn't we technically all be under that contract of you're an ally of the
That's a
Doesn't-
physical contract.
Doesn't extend that far.
You need
That's
a god to
cool,
hold
but
each
yeah,
other.
Pavel still wouldn't be for that because that would go against like the core. Like that's not how you have to earn being a knight. You don't just not just grants it out. You know, it's not just given out willy nilly.
You kind of gave it out willy-nilly to me.
No, no,
Yeah.
To be fair.
no.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
but you're great, so.
it was Willie and it was Nilly.
No, that's not true. There's great reasons and laws and precedent.
Oh, okay.
So she's the only one that's in trouble then. She didn't worship no god.
She signed a contract.
Oh.
Do you have your merchant
Yeah, she's
tattoo?
taken care of because she's got the contract on
Yeah,
her.
I worship
Yeah.
the merchant now, I guess.
Which is
Actually, it's
okay,
not even
good.
about worship. It's about that your soul is tied to his.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But realistically, it's only tied to protect his new creation.
Which we are doing.
So we don't know if
Because
it'll
they'll
protect,
be
if
eaten.
that alone will protect you from Legion.
Yeah, because we all worship gods.
Yeah. So you need to figure
Kind
it
of.
out.
Wait, do you?
Mm-hmm. She does.
Who?
Maliki?
You know,
Can't
like,
just be
faithfully. No, like, we're
Yeah.
not talking like on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Shit.
What do you mean?
I'm talking. You're a fucking heathen.
I celebrate every Jewish holiday. So,
Oh man, that's
I
great.
just say Jewish.
So- what is
Start
it?
with a Druish princess.
Another Druish princess. Exactly
Yes.
what I was looking at. Oh,
I didn't know that
Spaceballs.
about you, but the voice makes sense.
There you go. I was there with you. It's at this point you feel a presence.
All
well,
of us?
we've said the merchant's name a million times.
Uh-huh.
Do I look? I
And you
feel
see
like
him,
I
and
turned
he's
to
just
clock
standing
him
in the corner.
immediately.
I have very little reason to be here, but
We said your name a bunch of times, so if we kind of figured you'd show up.
You knew what we were about.
I knew you were about to head into certain death, and if you didn't have someone there to protect you, you would be without hope. Well, most of you without hope. But still, if your armies, your countries, your worlds would like to sign a contract, I would be more than willing to help and lend my aid.
Do you also
For you
have
see,
warriors?
I am not fading like the rest. My power is just as potent as it ever was.
Can we do like a little survey with the crowd first and get back to you?
Very well, but your time runs very, very short.
Oh no, it's gonna like take 5 minutes. I'm very good at this.
Do we get like some sort of like percentage of kickbacks or anything if we bring you more contracts?
Oh, no, it's all on them and the deal that they strike with me.
But if we
There is
ask
no
them-
finder's fee.
But what if we have them put an addendum in to give us a finder's fee?
I feel like you would appreciate. I feel like the merchant would appreciate that.
I would appreciate that. It
It's
is
all
very
legalese.
shrewd.
It's very legal.
Very well. Should you broach the contract with these different countries, then I would suggest getting some kind of a kickback, a generous small sum to
sure.
your own ends.
Of course.
Can I try and talk to the pirates and see? Be like, hey, you guys
Yeah.
looking for a new boss? Looking for jobs? Looking for money?
Yeah.
And while they're doing that, I'm gonna yell like attention to everybody,
Okay.
and I'm gonna ask whoever praises their own god, please raise your hand. And if you raise your hand, please step to the left. And anybody that doesn't have a god in particular, stay where you're at, and then you write up that contract. I'm gonna send them your way.
Everybody
So-
thinks they have a god.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say once
Yeah.
It
we
doesn't
separate
matter.
them-
We're talking about like actual concrete faith.
Yeah. Like paladin
It's not like
level.
the
Paladins and clerics.
Remember the dude in the Mummy, where the mummy's coming at him and he pulls out like the whole thing of like 15 different religions. He's like, what's gonna work for me now? Everybody's like that. They
Yeah.
think it's gonna save them in a drowning
How
situation.
unfortunate for
They're
them.
gonna grasp for the freaking life raft.
Yeah.
I'm Jewish. I know
What
business.
Be like, hey, if you did, you're gonna die if you don't have a religion. So you have a religion.
No, not that one. Okay.
Yeah.
No, not that
So
one.
clerics and paladins step to the left.
Oh helm, oh helm.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing.
Everybody else.
So there are only a few of these paladins and clerics in the room, but they give you like rough percentages of their populations. It's not a huge population. It's only like what, 1 in 50, 1 in 100.
Oh, they're like their religion?
No, the clerics compared to like the rest of their armies that are coming out.
Yeah, healers are rare.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
no.
not very
It's not about
prevalent.
the size of the group. It's about like how they pray. So
They're not even the force. Like they're not a fighting
not-
force typically. Like they're
We don't care about the religious.
men
ones.
of faith.
Yeah,
So it's-
they're
it's
gonna be
good that
fine.
there's so little.
Remember, you'd only need to sign a contract, and it doesn't matter. I'm not concerned about their devotion
Actual
or their
devotion, yeah.
prayers
That's why it's
or.
worth it. For
True,
me.
he's very open-minded.
yeah, it's very.
I'm more interested in the deals
It's
that they make.
legalistic.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
it's-
actual.
Gives me very
execution.
Kublai Khan
You scratch my
vibes.
back, I'll scratch your back. I give you this boon, you guard my people. Cool, cool. That's
How did you
exactly our
know?
deal.
Yeah.
Do no
Because I'm
harm.
a devil.
Do no harm to my children.
You're
The deals make sense to me.
You're
It's
asking
transactional.
for something that will be worthless once. Like you're literally giving up fealty for something. Like we're going to try and defeat Legion. So we need things to defeat Legion, not to protect ourselves from Legion. We're gonna be the Strike Force 5 is gonna be able to get in there.
Mhm.
We just need to know what to do once we're in there.
Right.
So I think we're better with the buying time plan, and if we're going to use the merchant's help for anything, it needs to be something to kill the Elder King's body.
Well, you do have his coin.
What?
At least some of you
Hey,
have the coin.
Does that
the
only
boon.
turn into
I
like
like
an item, or can it
shinies.
be almost anything?
So it's in like a it's a boon from
It's
the
a
merchant.
boon. It's a boon from the merchant.
So it's a negotiation-ish.
hmm So, since he's already done it, he can tell you when he pulled out the coin and started to like seriously start to negotiate what he wanted for
He's
it.
like, my precious.
Time
I have a
Exactly.
thing. I have a thing. I must use it immediately.
new shinies, I must.
So time stopped completely
Oh, cool.
while
That's good, that's
he
good.
sat
Hey.
and contemplated what it is that he wanted to happen.
That could be cool.
It's very good.
Well, it's cool for them. You don't have that anymore, but he'll.
I had to learn this information for
There you
everyone.
go.
Someone had to test it to make sure it worked.
So in the middle of combat, in the middle of everything going crazy, you could pull out your coin, but you had to be like on the verge of making a decision, and you could have like space and time. You couldn't move around, you couldn't do anything crazy, but you could sit there and make a decision.
Would like heal
Like
us
what,
all, give us
a
the long
bonus
rest.
action.
It's not even a bonus action. It's just
Free
Object
a-
interaction.
It's an immediate, free action, even during somebody else's combat. Should you be in combat, but you can't move. You can't cast a spell.
So I could be like hitting him with my hammer and be like, I'm gonna use my boon to make this hammer strike be the smite that I need to end the
Theoretically,
threat
it
of
could be, but
legion
you have to be in like
in that
communication.
moment.
Yeah, with him.
And
with
you'd have
Legion.
to deal with the merchant.
Yeah, and the merchant comes and talks to you.
And then he would tell me the cost of,
Well, whether it's
or
it's
whether
going to work or
it's
not.
attainable.
Yeah.
That is an obtainable goal.
Yeah,
The coin kind of is the cost.
yeah. The
So
cost is already the coin.
So we don't know if the merchant is even powerful enough. So that would be like a coin flip, essentially, on if that would even win us the fight.
hmm
I'm not willing to leave our fate up to that.
But it could be the moment you need. It could be that very moment that you need. So in other words, you're
Like-
struck down, and you know it's going to destroy you, and you're like, oh, and you pull out your coin.
Give me all of my hit points and spell slots back.
So should we just use all of our power that we have against him and then strike against Legion, and then have the coin as just the last resort?
As you guys are like contemplating and like talking to one another,
At this point, it's more just like us and Paracelsus.
yeah, you see that the
All the
merchant
like greedy motherfuckers over there.
is talking to one of the dwarves, and as he's talking to the dwarf seems to like he's already kind of like a little bit more red in the face, kind of like just naturally, and he seems like just pale as the merchant keeps talking to him, and then the merchant just turns around and just sits in the corner as the king and the dwarf he was talking to are now like more in a little bit more of a heated debate.
I'm gonna go see what that's about.
I want to go try and convince the pirates.
Okay. The pirates
I'll go
are
talk to a
very
deer.
stubborn. They don't want to have allegiance to anybody. Have anybody have any control over them? They're pirates. They want to be free. They pray to the
highest bidder.
the sea.
The sea bitch?
Yes. What's
Umberly.
her other name?
Oh,
Umberly.
Umberly?
Umberly.
Yeah.
Like that's, but they're praying to Umberly so that they don't die in the ocean. Like that's the reason. That's the reason they pray to her. Not the most faithful of groups. But as you go up to the dwarves, you hear that the two dwarves are arguing, and he's like, he says, "My wife is gone. We have to help them. We got to sign a contract."
I'm gonna go right into just why they should too.
Well, they should do it.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
just gonna start giving them the whole spiel.
Roll persuasion. Roll with advantage since the other dwarf is already like
Freaking out.
freaking out. As you hear them, I told her to go to the lowest depths of Barad Argar. If she has been taken, then Legion has found his way in, even if we were to destroy the mountain. and close those gates. He's found his way in already.
Is a 23.
There's a point where the king just takes off his crown and just puts it on the table. Very well. I will sign a contract for our people.
All right. Let me just add a few final touches to it for you.
Do you look over the contract?
Yeah, I'm gonna look over it.
So the
fucking
Legion,
smart.
not Legion, I'm sorry, the Great Merchant creates this contract in front of him, and you start looking through it. Roll intelligence. Actually, what is your spell casting? Is it intelligence, right?
Intelligence, yeah.
Okay, so it's already pretty high. So yeah, go ahead and roll intelligence.
Okay. Just a straight check.
Do a saving throw. Give it a little bonus.
Can I give him the help action since he's looking at a
No,
contract?
he's all by himself. You're in the other room, other side of the room.
I'm talking to the pirates right now. I'm trying to grease him up.
So
Yep.
a saving throw.
Yep.
30.
30.
Nice.
Roll a 19.
You're going through this and you're looking for
Oh,
your
sorry.
name.
Oh, I'm in his aura. 35.
You're looking for your name
Even
and what
better.
cut you're going to get on this,
Uh-huh.
and you realize that the amount of information that's in here is very, very detailed. You get to portray yourself as the king of Barrett Arger, when and should you wish. You could just walk in and they will see the king, whoever that should be, whenever that should be. And it also ties the dwarven lifespan to yours, so that you live as long as the dwarves do. And it only takes a small percentage of every dwarf's life to feed themselves into you until you die, of course, of old, super old age.
You're already an elf.
As you read through it all, though,
It's like elves already live longer than dwarves.
well,
Expand
that's
my
on
lifespan.
top,
On top of his natural lifespan.
yes,
his clone.
your natural lifespan plus. Not
I'm like a level 20 wizard, essentially just
Immortal.
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 yeah.
Makes it easier.
Starla's also immortal now.
So, with all those things, as you're reading through this fine print, you also realize that the cost isn't just that they protect the his group of people, the small hobbit-like halfling-like turtlekin. It's also that they can do no harm to them, and that they would be more favorable to the deals that they present. So they're going to be kind of scammed automatically, that they'll already have some kind of soft spot for these people, and they'll be even more taken care of. It doesn't look like much on paper, but then you're doing some calculations, you're like, over time, that's a big
Deal.
That's a big deal for them. That, with the amount of money that the Barrett Arger has, if they just did deals there, they'd be very well. They'd be
Bird
very
Arger's
rich.
craftsmen, right?
They're craftsmen. They
miners.
have all they're miners. They have all the gold and all that kind of stuff. They produce a lot of that. So this is a great deal for them, and a pretty good deal for you too.
And the language doesn't beholden me to any extra stuff. I just receive, right? I'm not
No, you're the middleman.
Yeah, okay.
You're just taking your time. It's a little bit off the top.
Damn.
Sign here, initial here.
Yeah, and the king looks over and right before he signs, he says, "My advisor is not here with me. Is this good? Is this?
Yeah, it's great.
I'm not. This won't be a bad thing for me or my people. Yes."
Nope, it'll be fantastic.
And he looks over and just signs. The whole Barrett Arger people. You see it just for a moment. The same symbol of the merchant appear on his shoulder, and then just fade.
I'll
And
roll
it's
up
gone.
it and I'll go hand the thing to the merchant.
Yeah. And you see him look over at you like, well done.
Might get along better than I thought.
Yeah. Neither good nor evil. Just
Just
a
words.
good deal.
Just words on paper.
How do I feel like I could convince a couple straggler pirates to be?
Yeah, the pirates are rougher.
The one
Roll
with
for
one leg.
Yeah, it's
persuasion.
like
Roll for persuasion with the pirates. They don't even have loyalty to each other, let alone.
okay. Can I try and use my pirate clout? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah,
pretty.
I'll give you an additional d6. And then you're also in the aura of the great
yes.
and wonderful Pavel.
You are great and wonderful. But
16 plus 13 16 plus
I like
13.
the magnanimous.
29.
29 plus
29?
5.
34.
34.
34. They're
I've
they're
written
really
that.
upset. They are begrudgingly fighting this situation, and they're like, it's either this or
that,
die.
Yeah,
Yes?
it's that
This
or, get
die.
absorbed
You told
on
me
a
to be
molecular level.
tied to somebody for the rest of my life, and bind my soul to someone.
Hey, you get to negotiate the terms of the deal, though.
Reading's not my forte, but
I'm a devil. I can absolutely help you look at your contract, honey.
yeah, you'll totally screw us like a devil would. Yes, I know exactly what you would do. Fine. You tell me what it's going to cost me.
You'll have to.
Yep. So what is it? So the contract
So-
appears.
The-
It's a similar contract.
Yeah, it's- I'm
roll
assuming-
intelligence. It's a different contract.
Can I guidance myself as I look over?
Yeah, you can definitely
Contract.
guidance yourself.
Zared! Zared, where are you?
What is that word? There's words that long?
Wait, just raw intelligence?
In saving throw.
Oh, saving?
Yeah, give yourself a little bonus.
Okay. And I'm next to Pavel.
And you're next to
So
Pavel.
we love that. So, 12 plus 5 plus 5.
22.
22.
22.
Not as good as Zared.
So you're reading
but still
through
pretty
it.
good.
You're skimming through as quick as you can. Like, okay, there's nothing that no words are really jumping out at you that are like dangerous or anything else. From what you've gathered, it looks just like just don't do the turtlekin any harm.
Yeah.
And give them passage every once in a while when they request.
Yes. Okay.
Do you look at it at all?
I would ask for you.
I don't know.
I mean, it's fine.
Defeats
You
the
got it.
purpose.
Okay.
You got it.
So
Alright.
you tell them what it is. Like, oh, it's
Yeah,
just like-
you
just
just
give
have
them
to give
passage every
them
once.
transport this, and you can't harm this new race of turtles. You're a pirate. You don't need turtles.
Fine. So they take paperwork.
And can I add an addendum, same as him, before they sign it with the
What-
merchant? Because
Whoa,
it's
Let me
actually-
talk-
Like,
It's actually
sign, let
already
me add
written
some
in.
shit.
it's already written in.
It's already written in.
Okay.
But you didn't see. You saw your name in there a few times, but you're like, I'm not really sure what that means.
Cool.
So you sign away.
Yep. They'll sign away.
Finn, I think you should try and do a similar, convince the remaining survivors of Elderhold.
The halflings that.
Oh, there are no.
Yeah, the
halflings.
halflings are all gone.
They're gone.
The remaining, you've been with us for the last 5 years
Yeah.
now. I need to talk with Sophia in Torrent Haven. I think you need to
You
work.
know I have a -1 charisma.
I'll ask him
Right.
to get a. Can I get a copy of this?
I believe in you.
It's in your mind,
Oh, can
And I
I?
cast enhance ability on you.
and you keep reading through it. They've already
What does
signed.
that do?
Well, oh yeah. I'm just
You
gonna
just-
keep.
Keep reading. Keep
You
reading.
get
I feel like I missed
advantage
something.
on charisma.
Yay!
That's essentially a +5, and you're in my aura.
Guidance?
Okay. So I will
Oh,
try
you're doing
to
your own
convince
thing.
the what
Sorry.
remains of the Elderhold.
Okay.
Are we all somebody?
This is gonna be
We
a
may
low
not get all
roll
the factions.
because they have the most to benefit from this. So yeah, it's just you could do
You're like, and guys, you get to
intelligence.
you
or
get to
charisma.
keep living.
Oh, intelligence, please.
Absolutely, go for it.
Remember that baby?
Oh,
It all comes back to there was a baby.
There was
A child.
a child.
Yeah. You said advantage?
Yeah, because they have the most to gain from this, and it's
No.
a saving throw.
Remember when we dished them?
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
yeah.
My very first.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go up to Zareth and I'm gonna ask him to write me up a contract.
Oh, nice. The merchant keeps looking at you like,
27?
well done.
Well, I'm already part of this.
27, well
I
done.
need to write
So
it.
what
Um,
contract are you writing
For
up?
the portrait.
So you start talking to them, and you're like,
Starlight and I are pirates.
we can do it
We're
for
the
these
more
reasons,
mercurial.
for those reasons, and they're like
Right.
trying to follow you, and they're like
Huh?
just so
Well, you get it.
disheartened, you know? And finally you're like,
I was just gonna talk to some
listen, do you
people.
want your home back?
Right.
Sign the contract.
The,
What are your
Just
children?
sign it.
The werewolf
Your
people.
children are
Your
dead.
children are gone,
otherwise.
your wife is
Your
dead.
farms are
Fine, the vampire
ruined.
people.
Sign the
Find your own
contract.
people.
You'll never taste beer again.
I'm just filling the room. I'm filling the room out.
And they're
singing
just
the-
so disheartened,
Just
they're
wanna
like,
give away-
Not the
just wanna
taste,
give
never
away
taste beer
contract.
again.
and they just sign away. Do you look over the contract before they sign it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's
Intelligence saving throw once again. This is
With
not with
advantage.
Not
advantage.
with it.
But you're near
Yeah.
Not
Pal.
with advantage.
But you do get his blessing of the additional 5, right?
5.
Uh-oh.
13.
You saw your
Plus
name in
5.
there once, and you're like, I
That's including the +5.
don't
I rolled
know
a
what that means. I don't know. It didn't seem bad. And you're like, just, all right, sign away.
5.
So, but it's a contract with them.
Cool.
You're just
We
getting
have no idea what we got.
Yay.
You just know it's a bonus to you. You
Right.
have no idea what that bonus means.
Oh.
I'm gonna work on
I don't need
Tornhaven
anything.
and Sophia.
Tornhaven, you start talking to them.
I know they're gonna be a tough sell. They don't, Sophia especially.
Wait, to make a deal with the merchant?
For protection.
What's the
So
time
a lot of them
Gotta get
already-
our crews all set up if
They're
we're gonna
gonna
make
do it.
this strike actually
My mom's not
happen.
my dad.
So a lot of them already have a contract with the merchant because that's their people.
Yeah, he
But
was
not
there.
everybody does.
Not everybody though.
Werewolves,
And
they're gonna
so
back
it's
behind
going to
you.
be a regular roll. This is
I kinda
intelligence
thought
or
you were
charisma.
just kinda selling this contract too,
On
so-
saving throw?
It's either
Mhm.
vampires or the...
It's fine with me.
28.
Okay.
28.
Okay.
Sophia especially does not want to have anything to do with the great merchant because of what was his name?
So I would have
Conray?
advantage, so it would actually be 34.
I think his name was Conray.
The original king? Yeah.
Conray Beastia, I think it was his name. And she's just doesn't want to do it. But
I sell her on this is your ultimate. This has always been your real enemy. Is the vampires.
so she looks over at the great merchant, and she doesn't say a word, but the merchant seems to be connecting eye to eye with her for a few minutes, and he says, "Of course, of course. From what you've had to suffer, from
Oh,
Conray and all that's been left,
he's such a used salesman.
absolutely.
Car salesman.
Let me look
Why
that
would I
contract-
not include that in the
Let me
contract?"
look that contract over.
And it disappears before, so intelligence saving throw.
Yeah,
Huh?
I cast enhance ability and
All right.
He's a used car salesman.
Advantage with the 19 plus
Just like
8.
like that old
27.
27. The contract includes a clause that says that none of her people, of her or any of the descendants, will ever be able to be controlled by the vampires ever again. They will have an immunity to vampire control, like mind control and body control, which is how they controlled them to begin with. And so they'll never fall under that at all. And that the king, the old king, would be completely wiped off the planet. So there's a clause with this contract.
Oh,
if you don't succeed, she's no longer obligated. But if you succeed and you kill off that last
Genius.
soul,
Contingent clause.
Yeah,
she's
she
the only
did.
one to do it.
Damn, didn't think about that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I may have slipped that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that would be.
What about 27?
Yeah. You also, in the clause, as you look through it, you realize that it says that you would give the forest area underneath Elderhold to Torrent Haven to occupy, but it would still be considered Elderhold land. And so it's a way for them to expand their borders without having to like contest with anybody. And that Elderhold, she doesn't have any want for Elderhold whatsoever. But you would be allies.
Forest.
Yeah, she just wants the forest. And that you guys would be allies moving forward as equals, not as one lesser than the other. Which is actually a great boon for her, specifically from a very, very, very small country.
She wrote that fucking contract. Okay, she was
Yeah.
not fucking around when she made that one.
Yeah, she was smart.
Who are you going after?
I'm gonna actually go after where Zareth is from, because they're here too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Woo, thank you for joining.
Castle Nair?
Yeah, Castle
Narn.
Nair, whatever it's called.
Yeah, so
You helped
the,
save them, right?
Yeah, no.
yeah, so who you're
There's
actually
some clout.
You're talking to oh shoot, what's that guy's name again?
Not the king, he dead.
The investigator.
The investigator.
They elected
Oh
him
my
mayor.
Oh, no,
Mr. Sky, Mayor Sky.
Yep, Sky.
You're gonna see. I'm gonna see
Where's
him.
the
I'm gonna
sheriff?
push
Um,
these bad girls up.
Tosses a ponytail over her shoulder.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever hook up?
No.
No.
I tighten your corset a little.
What was his name? Tracy.
Tracy
Sky.
Through lack of trying.
You're gonna slap
Tracy
my ass for
Sky.
good luck.
Yeah.
So there was very few people
Okay,
that
that
could
makes
take
total
over the
sense.
castle.
That's who you be going to talk to. I like
So it's just-
Absolutely. We've gone full circle,
We
actually.
saved the best for last.
So Tracy Sky sits there and he's
Ponytail
again
swishes.
an investigator, heartthrob,
Does he squirm when he sees who's walking up to him?
and he's like talking with some of his other people there, and he looks over and he's like, "Fuck," and you see this like small like, oh shoot.
Sigh.
Yeah, I got my fuck me pumps on. Like I'm ready.
Oh
to go.
yeah, you're ready for it.
Fuck me pump cat suit. Like that's what's on.
All
You know,
right.
made of dragon scales that are very iridescent. It's
He
kind
looks
of
over
deeper.
at you and it's like, all right, what do you got for me?
Okay, first of all, I
Hey.
missed you and how.
Can I eavesdrop on this conversation? Talking to
Absolutely.
the pirates? Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, what is your guys' strategy for this? Just because we want to make sure you guys are safe, especially my Lyria who lives in your town. I have to make sure she's okay.
Oh, Lyria.
Shit.
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but
She got a
she, well, she heard about what was happening here in Elderhold, and she ran to get to the Citadel. She was the one who convinced us to come. But she never made it.
That's bitch.
It's possible that she's still lost somewhere. Maybe she's hiding out somewhere. But all I know is that she hasn't made it here.
Well, it's very 50-50. Anyways, so, I was just wondering if you want to, like, you know, help us out here. You know, because this is not just our town, it's your town too that's in danger. And unless you want to be sucked up, not in the fun way, like I offered 5 times, you know, then I definitely think you should, you know, sign this contract. It's just pretty much a boon to make sure that you don't get sucked up by, you know, that big dude that's been sucking everybody else up. It's very thorough. I made sure. But, like, I can, you know, recheck it just in case, you know, Zareth got a little crafty and wrote some other shit in there.
Well, not being sucked up, as you would call it, is very appealing. However, a lot of my people want to just disappear into the Fae. I mean, there's a connection between Naren and the Fae. If we were just to leave, maybe we would be able to survive away from this whole land. But I don't know. I feel guilty about leaving our homeland behind.
You should.
Go ahead and do either persuasion or investigation, or not investigation. Intelligence.
Okay.
Saving throw.
Okay.
To see if you can
5?
convince him. Plus your 5 because he's in your aura.
So, well, that's not too bad. That would be.
Could I have given Starla guidance?
You would have finished up with yours. I would say yeah.
Oh, since you're eavesdropping.
Yeah, since I'm eavesdropping. That
Since
was
you're
the
allowed.
that was the smack on the ass.
What do you need it for?
I just steal it.
That's fine.
All right, here he goes.
Yeah.
What's
you
your total?
should- You
That's
should have
fine.
taken this.
So it's 10 plus it's 5, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
22.
I got
She's
6.
really on the fence. And so
Sorry.
he's,
You know, 4 out of 5 is good.
yeah, and he's like, I'm just. I mean, I'm the new king of Naren. I really don't know.
I mean, I'm not trying to say, I understand it's like a big responsibility, but also,
He's like full king, not sheriff.
at the
Oh
same
damn.
time, since you are brand new, do you want to show your city, your town, your people that you're just a coward and you're going to seek refugees in a different world that doesn't even like you?
Ooh, roll it
Wow.
again.
You offered a carrot for like all of 3 seconds, and you're like, no, stick! Stick!
Have you met Starla?
I only know the stick!
Okay.
You get to roll everything again?
Do I get to roll everything again? You-
Yeah, all of it. All of it again. You get it all.
That's a better default.
That's a
Uh,
weird.
It's a better
D4.
D4.
Okay, you rolled much better that time.
So that is. plus this 5, so that'd be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That'd be 33.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, dang.
And so it's actually not necessarily the word we're saying, but you see him like pop open this
God, I hope not.
like this wallet that he has, and as he's looking through it, he's looking at one specific picture, and you realize it's of
His mom.
of the Sky Watchers who were running after him all the time that he failed to protect, and so this like enormous
trauma.
guilt that just kind of like sinks into him
Some
like.
of them died.
I let them
gross,
die. I couldn't save them. I failed them. You can see these like emotions on his face. And you see him look back at you, and he's like, "What were you saying again? I'm sorry. No, I understand. A king has to make decisions, and you see him like logically going down the road of we can't live in the Fae. This is our homeland.
Super dangerous in the Fae.
It's just as dangerous there. I need to protect all that I can." And he looks one last moment at the picture that he has as he closes his wallet and says, "I'll sign." And right when you say that, the contract appears right before him as he starts to read through.
What is it?
He has a high investigation. Who would like to roll a d20 for... Oh, here it
Yeah.
comes.
Go, Finn.
Here it comes. Tracy gets a...
Crit.
As he reads through
Oh,
it,
jeez.
he reads
Plus his
through and he
crazy rogue
stops and he
modifier.
rereads something like a few times. And he looks over at the great merchant and he says, "I know what this word means." And you see this merchant has this big smile and he says, "I had to try."
What do you call you,
Alright, guys.
slur?
Scratch it out as he scratches out the words. And as you're looking at the words, the great merchant looks over and makes eye contact with you, and it says that you would have become his queen. As he just...
He's gay!
The merchant tried to
You almost got away with it,
You
too.
almost got away with
Wow. Just because he's gonna be with you, he's gotta be gay.
it. As he's like, he looks at you and he goes,
Yeah, that's why Starlight and I always approach
We
each
all
other to
try
see
for
what
the
he
best
says.
Charlie
deal.
sounds more and more like Trump.
as, as soon as that happens, some other lines appear, and he looks through it. He looks at it one more time, looks at the merchant a few times, and he kind of looks back and
If I
forth,
become the new sheriff, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
as well as the words kind of rearrange themselves. You are high nobility there in Naran. You are yourself, but you are basically the same as a queen in this country. You can ask any boon, you can ask anything, and even not the thieves can't. The underground, the thieves and the assassins, and
Nemo.
Oh, the mafia.
all the.
What about
mafia.
Nemo? Did Nemo show up? Or
John
was he
Nemo's-
with the criminals?
No, he fucking
He's
left.
not here
Because he's a pussy.
because
Yeah.
he's all about himself, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Even they have to have allegiances to you in that entire region.
Before you ask, no, Bara's not here either.
No, we're gonna hunt Bar down later. That's
Well,
that's already part of
There was
Zareth's
a smaller
epilogue
thieves group,
plans.
wasn't there?
What's that?
Wasn't there a smaller thieves group in that other
There
city?
is there's actually a few different thieves groups in
Okay.
there, specifically in like Naran in general.
Okay.
But like they all have a connection to you, and you have like your royalty no matter where you go in that country. Which means you will want for nothing. Like you even have like a place in the castle that's just yours. Yes,
Dang.
you're not the queen, but
You're still.
you might as well be.
Okay.
So it's a pretty good deal.
I'm like King Charles. Whatever
Yeah, all
she
the
was.
all the effects of the queen
What?
without the responsibilities of a queen.
Yeah, that's right.
Am I like the king of Tornhaven without knowing? Or...
Well, you have
'Cause
to.
I would not be
you
down.
You have to look through the fine print. You can roll another investigation if
Well,
you want to.
I feel like what's her name did a really good investigation. She
She
had
did.
her contract very
I
planned
feel like
out.
she also
so I don't
wouldn't
think.
be against that.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think she would have. Maybe she would give
She
you.
had a
like-
little bit of a Vel fever.
Yep. What'd you get?
21.
Oh.
There's something about Lathander, but you're really not sure. Like it's worded very strangely. There's something to do with Lathander, but you're not really. You can't
As long as
figure it out.
Lathander gets his due, I'm good.
There you go. There you go.
They're gonna be a worshipful banter.
So yeah, Tracy Sky, heartthrob of Naran and now new king, signs the paperwork,
Homosexual.
and
Incision?
yeah, you get your boons, and
Like
you
how
see
he
this,
prenupped you. He was just like,
Immediately.
the symbol of the merchant appears on their shoulder, disappears. Has the same thing about the clause of giving the his turtlekin benefits as far as financial concerns, safe haven.
So they're pretty much set on this continent.
This whole continent is they're going to be well taken care of. Yeah.
We'll turn around.
Thanks for trying.
And she's gonna walk away.
That wouldn't have
I
affected
love
my
how this
mom or
merchant's
dad,
kind
though,
of
right?
our
Because my
friend.
mom's the queen of a different. She's
Well,
her
at
own
least our
thing,
friend.
right?
She's actually in like Castle Crown is her deal.
Right. So that wouldn't be her thing then.
alright, nobody talked to them. We all picked our own different fiefdoms.
Yeah.
Alright.
And the other one I talked to, but they're all kind of stuck up.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Snobby wizards.
So now we have our own respective protected armies.
Yeah, your army has now a chance to fight
The weirdest.
Legion.
Now your mom's my bitch.
Yeah.
She's not part of it, didn't you
Oh.
hear?
Yeah, she is.
That's
She
part
lived
of Castle Crown.
No.
No,
she's part of
she's
Castle
a
Crown.
wizard of Castle Crown.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a dick.
She doesn't count.
She lives in
She
Nara.
lives.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's literally her
She can
vacation
go back to where
home.
she came from. Get the
There
fuck
you
up
go.
on my town.
It's about where your taxes
God,
come
you
from.
are Trump!
Oh no!
Starless Trump!
Oh, man.
Don't bring that in here.
Go back to where you came from.
Yeah,
You'll
don't
never
bring
have
that
to
in
sign
here.
another contract. I'm gonna fix it.
You don't give me
It's
no
gonna be a
benefit.
better
Get out of
contract.
here.
Hey, anything else? The
She's fine.
best contract. All the other contracts, they don't like this contract. All right, what are you gonna do?
Alright.
I want to.
You have an army now that can actually hold up against Legion.
It can now draw its attention. We have to strike at the Elderhold body. It contains all of the, it holds this whole charade together.
Yeah,
Did you
well,
become like a general of Elderhold?
I don't know.
I don't know what mine is
She
either.
didn't pass her intelligence.
Yeah.
There was
Oh,
a lot
dumb.
of fine
Can I be like
print,
Zareth?
okay?
There's
Yeah,
a
what I
lot
need.
of fine
Can I be
print.
like Zareth? Can you look at this for me, please?
Absolutely.
Can we look at yours?
I'll look at
Yeah,
everyone's.
okay.
I thought that merchant got them back when they were signed. No?
Oh, they were, but you can produce them. It's your contract, so
Yeah.
you can
Oh.
produce them.
That's
I'll look
nice.
over your contract.
I'll read
Little girls
everyone's.
don't stick
We
together.
were bored. We can be like, I want to look at my terms and conditions really
Terms
quick.
and conditions.
Leonard, for when you're in prison, you
Okay,
have nothing
I'm gonna
else.
check
So,
hers.
as you start looking through everybody's contracts, I'm going to assume because you have the highest intelligence of the group
Oh,
that
absolutely.
eventually,
Its ability.
I do.
with its abilities,
Guidance.
you start realizing that a lot of you have your lifespan attached to the contract. So everybody's lives are going to be way more sustained by the groups of people that you're basically in charge of. Even the pirates,
He's setting us up
So-
as his general.
as basically generals.
more-
Does it
already.
list specific, like, these pirates, or is it like pirates?
You have to build your pirate country.
It's actually all the pirates under this banner now.
Okay.
So
But
even
you
if
can
they
get get more.
More.
yes, even if that group grows, it keeps it coming in. Even if they splinter off and become their own little pirate groups, which is going to happen, those groups become under that contract.
So it's a pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme.
good for
Yours
you.
is
Oh,
specifically
you're
a
a
pyramid.
mid-level
But I'm at the
there.
top.
You're at the top of the pyramid.
Hey!
Well, you're second from the top.
Yes, and of
Merchant's
course,
the triangle.
We're gonna do so many crimes for eternity.
there's even a small, very small percentage amount, which at first you're looking through it and you're like, that's a really small amount. That's really like cheap. But then you realize some of the money that people would be going out and getting would just be disappearing from their hoards, but they wouldn't recognize it. It's gone. It's just a small amount.
Like
You get a
sneakers.
tithing.
I get a tithe.
And then all that money gets pooled and split between you and the Turtlekin under his control.
Oh, so they can have.
So they
It's all for them. Everything he does
everything.
is for them. His
And
whole
we're,
point was
we're
to
his
bring.
champions of the remaining people
Mhm.
until
Everything-
Turtlekin are strong enough to take over.
Cool. I'll fuel your
Yeah,
cool
but then we gotta lead the
turtles with
charge.
my
Yeah.
crimes.
I'm
can
gonna
lead the
need the
charge.
people of Elderhold to start fucking.
What
Wow.
did you say, Finn?
That
I'm
would
gonna
Nah,
need
left
that.
field, Finn.
I'm gonna need the people of Elderhold to start getting down.
That's
That
right.
was a
We need to keep
sentence
things moving.
that you said.
That's what she
Oh,
said.
You know, it's like
That's kinda
Social
desolate right
Security. The young people they have to reproduce, so that the old people can vampire off of them.
No, we're trying to kill the vampires.
No,
Paying
not
attention.
literal. Don't be so literal.
Still, it's a
Putting up
metaphor.
obtuse on
They
purpose.
need yeah.
You understand what she's saying.
So
I'm
actually,
trying to get them to. That's it.
not only that, but you actually have connections to
Key parties.
Elderhold and all the halflings, all on the side. Yeah, I want to. All the hobbits, all the halflings on that side of the coast. Even though they never had a country, they were always part of like Elderhold or
Right.
Barrett Arger and that kind of stuff. That whole section now becomes a country for them again, should you succeed. And
Oh,
Wow,
you get
she
a
gets
country.
two
you
countries?
get a country
Whoa,
there
whoa,
for all of
whoa.
your people.
Well, my family is already
We're
in
not
political leadership.
pulling into
with them.
Barrett Arger
yeah,
now
but now
anymore.
they become
That's
you
mine.
Right.
become the queen of
We're gonna
that
go to war
whole
after
group.
this.
Yeah.
Because it's a
Those are
recognized
dwarven
country.
halflings.
Yeah, those are dwarven now. I'm not giving them up. You're not taking any of my land.
That
Um,
sounds crazy.
But
Okay,
then
we'll all go to
Hey,
war
I
later.
didn't
We're
pick
all-
a
we'll
land.
all go to war
That's
with
why I
them.
didn't pick a land of people, babes. We're scattering.
There
Let's
you go.
secure our inheritance and then we'll go to war
It's a
over
lot
it.
harder to wipe out that way when they're all
I like
scattered
yes.
like that.
So while the
None
rest of
us
these
can
guys
die, so
are
we'll just...
acting in the place of a queen or royalty, you are royalty.
We're all kind of
Nice.
And your descendants will be royalty, but you're going to live because of the taxes
Yeah, I'm
of
super
life
Uh-huh.
on Elderhold and the Hobbit people, the halfling
Halflings?
people.
You're like double the middle now.
You're going to live quite a long time and be able to like establish your country, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So you'll be alive until the heat death of the universe because you age 10
But
times
you'll
slower
also
than everyone else.
be the cause of a slight increase in infant mortality. So.
Jesus, Pavel.
Hey, Bax, man, I'm a laws guy over here. I don't feel right. It doesn't sit good with me.
Hey,
As
well,
you
Good
look
news
over
for
at his
me.
contract,
Vampire
I don't
over
really
here.
give a
you realize that all the places that the Torrent Haven people do business with, which is almost everywhere, needs to have a Lathander cathedral, chapel kind of stuff that's all over. That they not only need to be selling their wares, but be starting these churches as well for Lathander, specifically to help his paladinness. And unfortunately, even though it was still written in, you do have an extremely long lifespan based off all the people who go to church at those places.
Oh, shit. You're gonna live forever. Ethel and Deborah are gonna keep you in business forever.
There it is.
Little old
Any
Ethel.
other questions before you goes to war?
You know, I just feel like we all got the weirdest places for our personalities, and I love it.
Yeah.
Sealed
I feel like
six
Pavel's
times.
makes sense, mine makes sense, yours... I feel like they all make sense.
Oh, mine-
Except
maybe just
yours.
mine doesn't.
Yours doesn't make sense. You're an elf that's like, I'm the king of the dwarves.
Well, Mithlin's dead, so.
Yeah, that's true.
No. It makes perfect sense. Barrett Arger is literally the richest realm.
That's true.
on
It
the
is.
continent.
Zareth does give rich kid vibes. Only
like-
child raised by
fair.
rich parents.
It's not even particularly close now
That's
that
fair.
Vermithlin is gone. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are we doing a break? We need a break.
If you'd like a break, we can take a quick break. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
I want to
No.
do my simulacrum. Make my simulacrum of Pavel.
Oh man! All right. So we're doing simulacrums, and we're taking a rest for the night after all the wonderful contracts that have been signed. We'll come back and see what these guys want to do to retake Elderhold.
Alright, can you make a copy of your character sheet?
Yeah.
And we are back. Thank you so much for giving us a quick moment to talk to one another. Think about what plans we have next. Very little. It's a little strange. I was talking about this earlier about I planned some of this stuff 2 years ago, and now it's all coming to fruition. It's kind of weird.
all the
strange.
pieces you've laid down
All
are
the little
finally
pieces.
collecting.
All coming together.
Did you make your simulacrum too?
All right.
He's splendid.
Everyone gets 5 more hit points from Hero's Feast.
Okay.
All you rolled was 5?
Should
I
I?
know.
Should I do pass without
2d10. It was tragic.
Do we want to sneak? Sneaking valuable.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think if we can sneak past some.
Pass
I
without
think
trace.
it's a good thought that's not going to prove very effective. But
Well, it gives us a plus 10 to
Doesn't hurt.
dexterity. So.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Early the next morning, you guys rise up.
I give
Have a
my
nice-
very inspiring speech. We're feeling like we're gonna kick ass today, y'all.
Yeah.
And what do we get? What's the top?
Everything rides on this
24.
now.
and I would use True Polymorph the night before and do the Gold Dragon.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So you're a gold dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not at the moment. You're still a person.
I'm shape changed back into. Gold Dragons can shape change at will. So I'm just gonna be Mordai.
I know.
The night before.
Just so
Shenanigans.
just so I can fit in the castle and talk to everybody and not be like a huge in the
Fucking
way.
dragon. Yeah.
Night level
Continue.
spell.
Anything else anybody else want to do?
The night before, I would do Heroes Feast 2 with all the dwarves, so they could get
Very
all
nice.
of that.
Give them their own little feasts going.
And I will be sitting at the head of the table.
Playing favorites.
Oh yeah, of course. The crown that the other king had laid down, just sitting right there, man.
I'll put it
Right.
on.
And he kind of looks at you, and there's like other dwarves kind of stand up, but no one can really say anything.
Sit the fuck down.
Just, you now have a crown on your head. Yeah.
Minus
I-
4
Fits.
AC.
I'm also gonna cast Dracanic Transformation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna look like myself. So small, so cute, tits out. But her eyes are gonna turn into like dragon eyes, and then she's gonna have horns coming out the back of her head.
Oh.
And then she has like
Getting busy.
these beautiful iridescent dragon wings on her back.
Mm.
Because we fought that porcelain dragon thing,
Yeah.
so she took the
The
power
moon,
from that.
the moon.
Yeah, the moon ring. Yeah.
All right.
Anything else? We got Passive Without a Trace going. We got some Heroes Feast happening. Got some transformations happening.
That's for a minute.
Multiple
That's not really gonna help.
BSs.
What? Your thing that you
Yeah.
just did? That's hilarious.
That's funny.
All right. It looks like everybody's getting themselves ready to
In
go,
front of
It was a
everybody.
beautiful night.
Yeah.
and everybody, all the leaders, seem to be ready, and they're readying their warriors. They say we're ready to attack when you are. What's the plan?
Fearless General,
Yeah.
What, am I the general?
you
You
are
know
the
you are.
premier knight of Elderhold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta inspire all of
I'm
everyone
the
else.
junior knight. I'm just
Until this
here.
is
I'm just a junior.
And
I'm
then
just
I'm
the
the-
king
then I'm
of
the
the
general.
dwarves.
Yeah,
What do I have to say?
I just
Alright,
got
well,
knighted.
kind of like roll to see how good of a plan I can come up with.
Absolutely.
Because yeah, I'm kind of blanking on what to
Run and gun. I don't know how else to say that.
I will.
I mean, I can scout ahead and like try to set up a position for myself.
Okay.
I don't think splitting up is going to be a good idea against Legion at all. Like anybody on their own is far more susceptible to an either.
Very sneaky.
Just has a burn effect. I mean,
He
you
can't absorb me.
That is true.
you have a lot of experience with Legion in the past, so. I mean, ask Tom how
Would I
how
do
well
it?
has your sneaking around been against Legion?
Well, actually, I've never tried. It's a.
I hid from Legion, and I'm not that sneaky. When I
Did
fell
you
into
hide?
when I fell into Elderhold, I was
Well, when you went in through the bucket, through the thing.
in my bag.
So were you hidden, or were he just think you were inconsequential? Great question.
It's
Actually, that's an impossible question to ask. All right, so you're gonna roll for let's do an intelligence saving throw, and you can have guidance.
I'll help him by scrutinizing every little stupid detail that I know he's going to put in there that doesn't make sense.
All right, advantage.
I'll enhance ability. Okay, well, if that's an advantage.
Yep,
Okay.
He's
advantage.
going to be like, we'll stop here for 5 minutes and pray to Lathander. And I'll
Okay.
be like, no.
You said
Advantage and guidance.
and guidance. Okay.
Mhm.
And it was investigation or
Investigation, or if you can make an argument for any other abilities.
perception,
Wisdom.
Perception, no.
insight.
Persuasion.
No.
You persuade us to go along with your plan.
Well, he's got to come up with a plan. That's the question. Probably
Oh
intelligence.
yeah, coming up with a plan.
Something that related to intelligence. Or wisdom.
Yeah, I mean it would be insight. I would think would be my closest one. It's like my
Yeah, insight
ability.
into the battlefield.
Yeah.
Insight into your past
Okay, yeah, that's
wars.
actually a
It
good.
is his hometown.
That is your hometown. It's in insight. Yeah, they'll do insight.
He would know what
Alright.
passed through the town and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
got 14 on the die plus 7 insight plus 2 on the guidance. That is 23 total.
Plus your
23.
5.
Do you get your own 5?
No,
He does
so-
not get his own 5. So you're sitting there and you're talking to your comrades, and you can think of a few options that are available to you. The easiest and most, the strongest option you have that you can think of is that you pour in people into the bag of holding that he ended up with. You know it's a portal to get to the middle of the town. If you were to keep funneling in the strongest of your forces into that tunnel, it's like one at a time though, right? One person at a time. You could create a very strong distraction and run towards the gates and have everybody else outside of the city and run towards the city, making a bottleneck. That might help you.
Sandwich them in the middle.
Sandwich them in the middle. And then you guys end up heading up north, or you can end up grabbing your guys and...
Do we think an attack on Goldcrest at all would be helpful
No.
or distracting? Since
Legion has no concern whatsoever about Goldcrest. The vampires have a connection to Goldcrest, but they wouldn't know that they're under attack.
okay,
Legion would know, but he wouldn't know.
Okay.
Or you could have them all, like the dwarves, start fighting back since the line is basically at their helm. Have them come out from there. Have a lot of people from Tornhaven and from the Dompiers, have them fight up from Tornhaven as well. And start on the fringes, which would draw Legion further away from the mainland. And hopefully leave Elderhold less so guarded. It's probably not as good a plan as the first one. So those are your two main ideas, is what you can think of.
Say option A and option B. I like option B. So then we get to regain control over the whole continent as well as defeat Elderhold.
But in theory, once we kill Legion, doesn't that free everyone? Just like with the Moon Dragon.
True, but it doesn't mean just because Legion is defeated that he's not the only evil force in the land. So, I mean, there'd be a power vacuum over a very large area of the continent.
Could we combine B and A and do the attacks from the dwarves? Like, the dwarves try and hold the line and have Torrenthaven also do that, but then once that happens, we have the pirates and some of our other squads come in from the middle to do that same pincer plan with less legions.
So like the pirates on one
Overall.
side, with
And then-
Elderhold,
And Castle Norrin.
Castle Narn on
and
the
Narn
other
also
side.
on the other side, pincering Elderhold,
Whatever defenses
dwarves
are
at
left.
Bardarger, Tornhaven, and
And we still
Dumpiers
have
fighting
Castle
from the...
Crown and Dumpiers too.
Mhm. Yeah.
I like it.
So we'll have the Dampiers join.
So we start. Dampiers will join Tornhaven, and we start with that push first, and then we funnel as bunch of people directly into Elderhold as we can through the bag of
So
holding.
I'll leave my bag of holding with Paracelsus because I feel like he's the only one I trust to orchestrate this bullshit.
Okay. All right. So what's
I
the
want
plan?
this back when this is over.
Just heard it.
Stupid bag. Fine. Leave it to you. So what's the full plan? You guys are gonna go into the bag.
SEAL Team 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Into
With
the
our
bag.
full preparation, we're going to lead the charge in, but we're also going to have the pirates, Castle Narin, and
The bag opens up in the middle of Elderhold.
To a
Okay.
shop.
I'm not going into the bag. I'll just, I'll go to a rooftop in Elderhold. Like, the tallest roof I can get to. And I'll just sneak up to the top so that I can observe everything that's happening.
So infiltrate through the sides. Go
Yeah.
like climb over the mountains.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think you should stick with
So
us.
I can always rejoin you when you come through.
And
But-
you all have
You have to
the
get through
stones of
Legion
whatever
to get
Rocky Talkies.
to us.
And do you have the telepathic bond spell?
Well, then
Yeah,
I'll
you
come
can
through
come
the
on.
bag, but I'll exit the shop a different way. Whatever it is. You shouldn't be coming out the front door of the shop without some kind of air support or whatever.
You can run
strategic-
point for sure. I'm just saying you should still stick close to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can also.
You have Pavel too, the simulacrum of Pavel. That's like Mordai's idea.
It gives
of
you-
He's
Pavel.
not sneaky.
No, he's not.
No,
but
when
he's
he's
gonna
Yeah.
guard
you-
you.
Yeah, you don't.
When you
cling, cling,
you get
cling.
the-
And he'll have pass without trace, but that still only gives him a +10.
I can give him my boots of elven kind, so he has advantage on
Extra
dexterity.
sneaky.
When he get them already?
No.
No, he doesn't get any of the
He doesn't get any
items.
of
He has
the
the
items.
+3 plate and the boots.
So does
and that's
the simulacrum have all your bonuses that you send out as
It has
well?
all of my abilities. It just doesn't have
Wow.
my stuff.
it. Yeah.
Wow. So the gear is the only thing that's the
And
difference.
then once
Yeah.
you use the spells and abilities, they're done.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't recover anything in a long rest.
Interesting.
I can restore it by spending gold, but I would just make it.
Yeah, but you're going to be so far away from it at that point.
I would make another Pavel essentially. At that point.
All right. So who's going
you
into
get
the bag
plus
with
10 foot speed whenever he's nearby.
+10.
Who's going into the bag with you? Anybody or
all
nobody?
of
All of
us,
us.
Castle of Narin, and the pirates.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
should we do this attack first?
The outside.
I feel
Yeah,
like,
we would attack the
I feel
outside
like they
first.
should start first.
And then Torrent Haven attack, and then we attack in the middle
well, I feel like okay,
with
so
those squads.
I feel like the squad should go in first. Actually, they should flood in, and then we should go in because they'll be the distraction, and then we'll be able to make our
Just
way
slip
through.
out in the midst of the attack.
And are you going to have them head towards
Like you
the
like.
gate?
Finn,
I
is
do
you,
like
are
a
you liking
sneak.
this more?
I like a sneak.
Yeah.
All right.
So attack,
Having-
attack, and then third attack pounce.
In your third attack.
we're
we are
SEAL
the
Team
third.
6 after the first two attacks.
Okay, so sending in the pirates, sending in Narin.
Through
Into the bag.
and then we're going in.
Okay. All right. Keep in mind, it's one at a time to get to that bag, and that shop isn't huge, which means it's going to be.
So
trickle,
can
trickle,
we
trickle,
send
Yeah,
in
but
the
they're
pirates,
pirates, so they can-
who are sneaky in first
Ah, that's a good idea.
to like clear us like a city block maybe, like just find us various buildings, any place you could hide and store people away.
Remember,
for
it's a
us.
hive mind. As soon as one of them misses the check, they're all going to know immediately.
Can I give one of the? I don't know if this will work, but I still have the psychic interference necklace from the mind
So it's
flayers.
just how long-
will that work?
We could probably get like 10 of them in a minute. So if we waited like a minute, 10 of them is enough to cause a ruckus in one area while we go there. And then they'll keep streaming in after we go in.
Mm-hmm.
We since it's our people going in, we can send like
And you send
Tear-
the best.
we'll send like a Dira first because she's an asshole, and we'll send the other guy that rejected me, the king. He needs to prove himself, so they can go together and scope it out.
Love it.
Because he is sneaky, right?
And very perceptive. Very
Yeah, detective,
He's a detective.
king
Who's
detective.
this?
Yeah.
It's your sister.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, she's a hot ass hell Valkyrie.
See, I told you she had bad bitch energy. I just could feel it.
Well, she's with the other one.
All right, so what's the plan?
Huh?
It's go time. What do you guys want to
We're
do?
gonna put his sister on the back.
Dwarves and Tornhaven, Dampier start the attack first.
Okay, dwarves are in Barrett Arger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Torrent Haven is back in Torrent Haven.
Yep.
Okay,
Dampiers are with them, or maybe
Bam.
Shield Glare.
Okay.
Just, you know.
Damn. Yeah, because actually, Torrent Haven is actually part of Shield Glare
She's
now.
down now.
So yeah, send the Dampiers to Shield Glare, Torrent Haven to Torrent Haven. Start pushing back there. The dwarves are going to push from Barrett Arger. Okay, and then we have Narin and
We send in the best of the
Pirates?
the pirates and Narin first.
The sneakiest, yeah.
For the best 5 of each.
okay,
And then
Okay.
we follow in after, and then they keep streaming in. Paracelsus organizes them to get in as fast as possible,
excellent.
and we are going to make our headway directly towards.
Try and get as many people in
So-
before we strike.
Pirates and Narin and Castle Crown are going through
The
through
back.
the bag. Gotcha.
Right.
Okay, so Paracelsus stands there and says, "All right, we have a plan. When it comes time, those people are going to go through 2 different portals. One portal to get to here, and then one portal to go through the bag. They're going to get sick, but still, die with honor."
I hope you have some ginger ale and some Tums, bitch.
Start
Let's fucking
making
go.
ginger tea.
That's right. All right, so he hand over the bag to Paracelsus. He opens it up, and he opens it up to a point where you're like, you didn't realize it could open up that large. They'll have to duck when they go in, but other than that, they can actually fit through your bag of holding, which is not a bag of holding. Are you guys going to go first?
No, we're letting 10 in first,
Okay.
and then we're going.
Your sister is part of the 10. As she comes up, she's got one horn that's devilish on one side and clean on the other side. She's a mix of both angelic and devil.
I like
Just
the
a
long
force
nod.
to be wrestled with
We
here.
gotta give her a nod.
And
I wave.
Do I get a nod back?
yeah,
Oh,
you give her. You see this like look of like fury in both of her eyes as she's like getting herself psyched
okay, I'm not
up.
like that mad at me, right?
No.
It's like I sent you a Christmas card. Goddamn, what do you want?
As she kind of grabs your shoulder, kind of tighter than you would have liked, and she goes through the bag. As this is the first wave, would Finn like to go with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then for 30 feet,
Mm-hmm.
they'll have
Pass that
stealth.
trace.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, you go through the bag. You're
Yeah.
one of the first, and you see you have 10 of the pirates and 10 of the people of the Narin. The Narin people look like as though they are either very, very strong investigators, or actually probably people from the thieves group.
Yeah.
Either way, they're on par with you
Nice.
as far as your stealthing abilities. And you are in this back room. And so you start making your way up through the front. Let's go ahead and do with your pass without a trace.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do your stealth skill.
Okay.
And then also do an accompanying perception.
You got it, girl.
Okay. So, perception. It's a nat 20,
Nice.
and I have plus 14, so 34.
Wow.
And then my stealth, I have advantage, so that is 19 plus 10, 29.
29.
Plus 10 again.
Every single one of you
No, that.
Oh.
come into this room, and not a single one of you makes a single sound.
Cool.
And as you're like slowly seeing them pour through this little part in the ceiling as they're kind of just falling in, you hear some, almost like a glass. Somebody's tapping on glass. And your immediate thought is, holy crap, which one of you guys is making noise? And you realize it's not in the room that you're in. It's in the room that is adjoining the room that you're attached to.
Okay.
As you slowly creep up to that door and you peek through ever so slightly, you see that there are 3 vampires. Clearly not Legion. 2 of them are talking to one another. Their backs to this door. Why would they have their faces to this door? It's just a storage room.
Right.
And the other one is sitting there tapping on the glass that is like once a display, which a very, very rotten sandwich is sitting in the middle of this display. And he's sitting there and just scratching away at it, just irritated at the fact they're just sitting in this abandoned
so it's a nervous
storage.
tick. It's not like a communication.
Yeah, it's just him angrily tapping and scraping. Tapping and scraping. You have
What?
You have 20 people all with you all
Yeah.
looking over your shoulder. It's this one of the like strangest scenes you've ever seen. No one's making a single sound. You can't even hear anybody breathe. And as you look around, you see 20 pairs of eyes, silent as you, all looking at you for a
But
direction.
none of them are looking at this door.
None of them, and they're only within like 15, 20 feet of this door.
Right.
And there's 21 of you total. Because you're the one.
You know we're coming.
Yeah, I mean, we roll in there and coordinate an attack. Like,
Okay, so you start communicating with them.
mm-hmm.
So you start doing some quick communications. Actually, Tracy Storm is actually there. And he's like making quick communication. You see that they're all communicating silently without a single word between them. He has a stone in his ear as he's communicating with you telepathically. As he says, "We're all ready. We're gonna run out. How many are there? You said there was 3.
3, yeah.
We run out. We grab. We stifle, and we stab. On your count." And so you're holding the door.
Okay.
And they're just looking at you.
Yeah.
Everybody has.
Could I
You
have
see
given
these like
her holy
shining
water?
glims. You're not even in the room yet.
Oh no, I mean before. Could I have a bunch of holy water that I've made before?
Oh, yeah,
Could I have given
absolutely.
you a couple things of holy water
yeah.
just to like?
Oh yeah.
I know we're gonna
Everybody-
fight vampires, so I feel like I would have
everybody's
dished
ready.
out some to everybody.
And you're just holding the
Cast
door,
Death Ward on me also.
Death Ward? Okay.
and they're all just waiting.
So I'm going to count him down.
As soon as you pull
Literally
back the
feel
door,
sick.
Uh-huh.
you feel the rush of all these people running past you.
Yeah.
You don't even hear a sound. As you
Right.
open the door and you look through, you see that even their blades have been coming out. At least each one of them has been stabbed at least 5 times by each of the people that are holding them.
Uh-huh.
They were dead before they hit the ground.
Great.
And so you follow in after them and just shut the door ever so slightly.
What's the deal with this sandwich?
That was from like the first season.
Yeah, literally.
This place
like,
was owned by like very, very like iffy kind of like people. They would send out people with bags of holding,
Uh-huh.
and anytime they put something in the bag of holding, it would end up in their back room.
Nice.
So they would
It
be
was
stealing from all these
pickpockets.
people
Yeah.
Mordar's
without having to
smuggler
do
friend.
anything.
Yeah,
Nice.
And he ended up with one of the bags.
yeah.
Awesome.
Because I knew one of the smugglers.
That's
that
so cool.
Thundred?
Yeah.
Is that who that was?
Thundred.
Thundred.
He was the one with the bag that you stole.
And they stole
Yeah,
somebody's lunch.
Little fucking fucker.
No, like, that
sold
was one
me
of his things.
rotten potions.
Yeah.
That's why I had beef with him.
So,
Nice.
yes, so you,
This bag came super handy.
it came in extremely handy. The 3 vampires completely dead.
Yeah, anything on them?
There was like a few different items, but most of them are just like way below your level.
4
Right.
copper.
What?
Yeah.
4 copper.
Yeah.
I
Their
put them
money.
over their eyes.
Yeah, their money has already been stolen by the people who were there stabbing them.
Yeah, literally, all their items are gone.
God, they're super efficient.
They're very efficient. Someone's stabbing them.
And they took all their jewelry.
Decision.
Like one of them's like missing a jacket.
So we made that smart
And you see one of the guys from
Has a really
one of the
nice
pirates is
new
not wearing that
leather
jacket. He's like,
jacket.
we took care of him.
Nice. Okay, so can I hear anything else?
There's something going off in the streets.
Uh-huh.
And so everybody is like, even though
Stay
they've
low,
destroyed these
yeah.
3, they're sneaking up to the windows and they're taking a look.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's doing investigations. Do an investigation as well.
Investigation or perception?
This is going to be an investigation.
Okay.
Perception, you can hear what's going on very easily.
Yeah. My investigation is not that great. 17?
17. With 17, you're looking around. You're like, okay, I see some of the patterns of some of the people. You see Legion. He looks like a person in robes. You can see like chain falling from his side.
Uh-huh.
He's carrying this extremely large, nasty-looking sword on his back. Just ugly as can be. But you're also seeing that the vampires who are outside are keeping a distance from Legion. Like when Legion comes and walks down the middle of the room or of the road,
Right.
they're giving him space.
Yeah.
There is an alliance between them, but you see that
It's uneasy.
It's very uneasy, and a lot of the vampires have looks of disgust as well as fear. But there's a clear opening with your investigation that you can get outside and get up onto the rooftops without being seen.
I do so.
Do you tell any of the other guys to do the same?
I mean, I motion to them and let them know what I'm going to do,
Okay.
and that they should, like, according to their specialty, spread out and take cover.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what this is. How many do you want to take with you? The more you take, the harder this roll will be.
I'll take the first 10,
Okay.
and then the next 10 can follow when it's clear.
Okay, so there's going to be 11 of you guys going first.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll a D. Actually, you know what? Let's change it up. Do a 100. So a 10 and a.
Yeah. Do I have advantage?
No, this is just a general roll.
You wish.
Well, I have advantage
As
on
do I.
stealth. So.
And since you're only taking 10 with you, it's going to be a lower roll.
1.
I rolled a 1.
What is
Like
the
a
actual?
double 0
No,
and a
it's
1.
double
That's a
0 and
100.
1.
No, 0,
No,
0,
that's a
0 is
1.
100.
1.
It's a 1.
Yeah, you have to have triple
All right.
for 100.
Oh,
Since it's actually a 1.
rotten.
I can't believe I just did that.
A giant
Oh my
comes and
god!
swipes you up.
Yeah, literally.
Hey.
Meteor
Wow.
smash.
I was getting bored over here. Let's get spicy up in here.
Well, you got
Since
it.
it's a 1, let's go ahead and have 3 people roll d20s for me really quickly.
I got one.
Yeah.
Oh.
17.
17.
7.
7. 7?
Yeah.
We're 7
Two
heavy
sevens
over here.
and a 17.
Yeah.
You open up the door, and as soon as you open the door, you hear a, huh? As you look, and there is a vampire standing almost really closely to the door, but it was almost like an alleyway coming out
Right.
that you hadn't accounted for. And as he's coming out, the 17 runs out and just starts to stab him. And as he does, he cries out as the other 2 also go to stab him. But now there's people are knowing that something's going on.
Right.
The one with the 17 is actually Tracy
Sky?
Storm. As he turns, or Sky, Tracy Sky. As he turns back and goes, we only have a few seconds before they're going to come. What should we do?
Take
Just-
cover.
Just
Just hide.
all right.
I'm
I
gonna
need-
skitter up the side of the building. If they want to follow me, they can follow me.
Okay,
Like,
I need you to roll for stealth. I need 3 more people to roll for do dexterities. Just d20s. D20s. 3 d20s.
I rolled a 19.
19.
30.
1 succeeds. 30.
10.
1.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're
Ed.
get away from me.
Plus her 10 from.
No.
Get away from the
So
distractions.
the dexterity,
They
Tracy
should have
grabs a
my
hold of the
10.
body.
It's within 30 feet of me.
Oh, it is true. Okay, so it helps. 1 and 7.
That guy gets caught.
Tracy grabs hold of the body and starts
serving
running
their
it around the
purpose.
corner.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The 17, right, because it's plus 10, manages to get into the door and shut it. Just as the last guy who's grabbing some of the items that vampire fell with screams out as 4 vampires land on top of him and start to stab him viciously. As he's crying out, trying to crawl his way back to the door,
Uh-huh.
you 3, the 3 that are left, including you, manage to be dispersed. But then you can hear the conversation. How did he get past everything? He came past. He got in here somehow. We gotta find him.
I throw the holy water at the collection of them.
Oh, okay. It's gonna get busy. Here's what we're gonna
We
do.
weren't gonna wait for that one.
So, at this
Well, I
point,
didn't
the
know
rest
that.
of your group is already coming through. So at this point, all of you
We're
guys
in
are
the
in
building.
that back room area, making your way up to that front room.
We're like, hey, everything went smooth.
It sure did at the very beginning.
At this point, you're having this conversation in the back room, and you hear him like,
so good and then
We
so
see you come
bad.
running in, slam the door. Oh, everything's fine.
as you hear some guy in the back screaming out, "Ah!" And then you get this look from the other Tracy John's like, it's up, we gotta move. as he just throws the body and tears out through the front door, screaming like a madman.
Did you see actual
I
like,
did
the
see
head of
Legion.
Legion?
Yeah, I
or
saw
was
Legion.
it just like
Or is it just vampires?
Vampires and
they were
at
avoiding
least
Legion,
one
remember?
Legion.
well, it wasn't the
Oh, I don't. It wasn't.
elder?
It's just
It was,
Legion.
It's just Legion.
We don't
Okay.
know.
Just Legion.
Okay.
As Tracy screams out in the front, obviously making a distraction, and runs down towards the front of the gates. And you see that all these vampires start jumping out from the side walls,
Right.
all starting to attack him. As all of his group, all the people from Naran, all run out, all 10 of them, and start to fight alongside him, as well as the pirates all run out. The sister gives you one last look. Her blade lights a flame as she just gives a smile and also runs out screaming, making a distraction, running towards the front as they are just demolishing the vampires, as well as fighting Legion. Since you're up high, do a quick perception check.
Damn, your sister's cooler than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
She has
pretty
Flaming,
badass.
flaming sword was cool.
And wings, one horn.
Yeah.
22.
22. You see that Tracy, for a couple of moments, is out there by himself, surrounded by all these vampires that have come up. And they're all stopping before they get to him because Legion is walking straight to him.
Me too.
Puts out his hand to grab a hold of his chest. And, of course, Tracy's not giving up. He's
Right.
fighting as best he can. But as the hand reaches out, you see that his hand gets chopped off. Because Legion was expecting to pull back,
Right.
and he wasn't able to.
Right.
And because he sat there, Tracy chops off the arm, it falls to the ground. As Legion looks up in confusion, you see this anger as he's looking around, and his sister comes up beside him and slashes and cuts off the head of Legion as it falls to the ground while he was stunned. At this, the entire town is lit up
Right.
with sound, as everybody is now aware. What do you guys want to do? As you've seen this, and now you guys know the gig is up, it is time to start your fighting.
5 of us sneakily try and make it.
Oh,
to
there's
the
no
castle.
more sneaky
Yeah, we're not
nothing, man.
sneaking.
Everything
Everything is
We're
possible.
flying.
What's the
Okay.
highest point? Like, is it that?
Where the
So if
flag
we're just
is in
going,
the very
I'm
middle,
just
the
gonna
circular
drop the
ceiling.
Mordai form and just be a trip. Use my true
Let's
light.
all ride our dragon to
Yeah.
the castle.
I'm gonna drop I'm gonna step outside and I'll drop my shape change. and
How
I'll-
big is this dragon?
It's a. Can turn one creature equals your challenge rating. This is only 17. It is a huge dragon.
Huge is 30?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Let's check it out real quick.
Because these two are little, so they'll be less.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and jump onto you from the rooftop.
Yeah, for sure. I'll give you a claw.
It's fine. I have
have a grappling
a
hook?
plus 11 acrobatic.
Yeah.
15 by 15.
You're not
Okay.
just an adult.
So you just do like 47 backflips and land.
Right.
Like,
So you're not gargantuan, you're just
saddle.
huge, correct?
Yeah, just huge.
15 by 15 is your space.
So I'm big.
Let's see if I can get
Let me
a
try it.
miniature
If
effect.
I miss.
I think this will be 15 by 15.
Oh, I'm so chunky. I'm the chunkiest dragon
Yes.
you ever did see.
Is that 15-15?
I love it.
Basically,
As he runs out the building and then
as I turn into a
Pops
huge
into
gold
existence.
dragon.
Well, there's only 5 of us. The 5 of us can ride on you.
Yeah, 2 small creatures and
all right. As everybody
2
runs
mediums,
out,
3 mediums.
you guys are all going to jump on top of the dragon.
And we're gonna go
Good on.
to the castle. This is
More.
gonna end where it all began.
Yes, it is.
I'll fire breath as many vampires as I can as I.
Because the majority of them are standing around his sister and Tracy,
okay, yeah, I won't do
you'll
that.
just roast all them. So you turn and start roasting a lot of the other dragons that are towards the castle in that general direction.
Can
Or not dragons, sorry,
Vampires.
vampires.
I was like, oh my
In that general
god!
direction, and you start lighting them all up as you decide to. Everybody runs out and starts grabbing a hold of you. Everybody's grabbing hold?
Yeah.
I'm jumping off the roof, but I rolled a 19 and I
Okay.
have plus 11.
Excellent.
30.
You land right behind, like, nice sweet spot. No sharp edges.
47 backflips,
There
right?
you go.
Perfectly seated.
And
You have to
I'm
make up my
imagining-
Simone Biles
possible
too.
odds of
I
rolling
cast
a
daylight
one.
on my sister before I leave.
Excellent. As this light just
nice.
expands out,
Well,
as this happens, do a perception check with advantage.
She's
She's
bad.
a baddie.
With her baddie friends.
I wish she
19.
had those bitches.
19. The first thing that pops in your mind is that it is daylight already, and they're walking around outside.
This is like holy.
It is.
Well, we do know that they were modified, right?
They've been
Yeah.
modified. A lot of them have been modified. So the first nod is just like, oh my gosh, their vampires are out in the daytime. This is not very good. Your light shoots down and starts just smiting a lot of them. The more powerful ones are still up fighting, but they look as though they have like some disadvantage as they're doing their battles.
Just to make him split.
As you guys jump onto the dragon
a little
in the middle of the town, I want everybody to do either a strength check or a dexterity check.
I'll do a strength check.
Okay.
Not a save,
Uh,
right? That's just a.
I'm
Just a
gonna
check.
go as fast as I can, so hold on tight.
You do specifically a dexterity check.
Dexterity?
Yes, because you're flying, and this is the dragon's dexterity.
Yes, I get plus
You're not
8
used to your
dex.
wings, so don't you gotta make sure you're not throwing any of us
do a
off.
save, not a check.
And I get plus 8 to.
Oh,
dex
you're already there. You're good.
As a dragon.
Thank God.
And I don't add any of my.
Well,
do I add? I add
like,
Pavel's bonus
I only
though.
have a
No,
plus
this is
5
ability
when it's
check.
a check, but I have a plus
Oh,
12
just an
when it's a
ability
save.
check.
Yep.
That's crazy. Mine's 3 and 3.
Yeah, it's
I rolled a
just the weird
14.
mind.
I only add. Wait, not saving throw, just
Not
a check.
saving throw. This is a check.
Then just a 16.
16.
Dragons aren't very
You start to get up and you start to jump off to the top. You're getting your wings ready. Your group is hopefully on you.
I'm mostly
What'd you get for your strength?
25.
25. You're on.
8.
8. Okay. You see
your
this.
thorn whip.
You see your friend running up and like.
Hold on, can I
like,
grab her?
It's very slick.
I'll use
I was like, can I throw?
Vortex
I'll see
Warp.
if I can.
It doesn't cost me a spell anymore because it's one
Nice.
of my signature spells.
Nice.
And I'll just put you on.
Oh, cool.
So Vortex
now you
Warp
can just move.
Pulls
Yeah.
you from where you are on the ground trying to get up as you're like, I need up. I need up.
Uppies,
And then,
uppies.
poof, you're right there and you're like
Yeah.
jumping. You're like, I'm up. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
And what did you roll?
I rolled an 18,
refreshing.
but I'll Vortex Warp myself with.
So you start getting up. You're like, I could do this. I'm gonna do it the easy way. And right up on the top. You're already on the back of the
Yeah.
the best
She
seat in
rolled
the
a
house.
30.
No, we didn't know that was an option. we would have all.
As
we
you're
would've all
just shooting
vortex
off arrows
warped
after
instead.
arrow after arrow,
Hey, you guys
shooting
didn't
all
give me
the
a
ones
minute.
that are around you.
So
You
new.
take flight, and as you do, you see just for a moment the entirety of the town. All the vampires and everybody else are running and scaling over buildings. It looks like ants on like a mound that's been disrupted. As they all
man.
run forward, you see Legion, but you also notice that
They
Legion
didn't know
is
where they were. They do now. I lit them
yes. Legion himself seems to be in multiple different spots, but he's looking straight up at you without moving, and you see that some of them just blink from existence.
Hey, do this move.
Do what?
Do her move. Whenever she flies, she does it. She whoops on the enemy.
Oh yeah, can I take the biggest dragon dump right on his head?
All right.
And I want to leave lines of fire as I go.
we all
too,
have
just
our own
as we
signature
fly.
move. Okay.
Every time my
Zara's
D6 goes
vortex
off,
warp.
I can just
Vortex
blast a bunch as many vampires as I can see.
Do an attack roll with your breath.
Oh, it's
and
a saving
then,
throw. For the
What's the saving throw?
a DC 21 dexterity saving throw or 12 D10 fire damage.
Can I make a persuasion check to shout at the dragon to fucking focus and get us to this damn castle?
Well, just as I'm flying, I'm just breathing
So-
fire on all of
Yeah,
With all this,
yeah.
you light up.
With
breathing
fire and
fire.
blood.
And
breathe
shitting
hard.
fuel.
Yeah.
There you go. As
Line
you
of
s-
napalm.
There
Right.
you go.
That's right.
As you start lighting up the whole front half of the building, with your flight speed, you are just running as fast as you possibly can as arrows and different objects seem to be flying towards you. Do another dexterity saving throw.
Oh, saving throw this
Yeah,
time?
you get the plus
Now
5.
I get Pavel's +5. And I actually have a saving throw
Oh, that's not fair.
modifier.
That's
I just
persuasion.
only have +2 to my dex.
Yeah, you hear this
Oh, okay, that was
Oh, no.
good.
Very-
I'll spur him.
as you feel this hammer on your side.
30! 30 with Pavel's bonus.
Focus!
I barrel roll to dodge the arrows. No, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, you are doing your best to get out of the way of these arrows. A lot of them are sticking into you, but because of your armor type, a lot of them are just falling off to the sides as you're protecting everybody that's on the top and no one takes any kind of damage. As you keep going towards the main citadel of the castle area, you realize that the vampires are more focusing on the shop that you just left, as more and more of them are pouring through. More of your allies are pouring through. But Legion himself seems to be disappearing from different spots. And you can see it very easily with like this cloud of like green mist almost from their existences.
He's gathering into one.
Mm-hmm. As you land in front of the building, and in front of the building you see the castle doors wide open. And as it stands open, you start seeing people walk through the door, all still within that same green aura as they're walking out towards you. The individuals that everybody sees are
These gonna be our friends.
Bara, Darkshade,
No.
Lyria.
No.
Stibs.
You
Feels
also
non-consensual.
you also see some faces that you are not familiar with. Let me see if I can pull those guys up.
Wait, dibs on Lyra or Bara?
Oh, here it is. Here you go.
There we go. For sure.
You also see an extremely large, extremely old turtle come out with spikes on the back of his back as Clyde Rootshell
Fuck me.
comes out and starts to walk towards you.
That's fun.
You wouldn't know him.
Would I know him? Pirate
you-
Clout? Because he's also a famous
He was also
pirate.
a pirate, yes. You thought he was dead.
He's
At
been
least-
gone for a long time.
At least 200 years ago, he should be dead. But here he is before you as he climbs out and starts walking towards you. Taj, Lord of the Sands, also comes out. You would have recognized Taj, Lord of the Sands, because you were in his house inside of...
Lyria has his ring.
Yeah, and one of you guys has his ring, as he also comes out of the front door. And one more person, the Mountain,
Dathomir.
as he also comes out the front door. Every single one of them has bright green eyes. Each one of them holding legendary weapons. And each one of them walking straight towards your group.
So we've been around
Dragon
long
breath.
enough, like the MCU, so now we're just doing throwbacks and callbacks.
I would just like to say, when we did that one shot 2 years ago,
The villain one shot, yeah.
the villain one shot, this is why I had you guys do it.
If they're
Make
level
our own
20,
villains.
we're only level 19. Or 4 level
I
19.
dragon breath immediately. As
On
soon
that
as they
note-
stand there lined up.
Oh!
They all stood together in a cluster. I'm gonna spit fire.
So
I'm
they're
not-
all coming from different portions, not just the front. They're all surrounding you as they're walking towards you. And as they're walking towards you, you hear them all in unison saying, "We knew that you would come. We've been waiting for you. You think your alliance will stand, but you will become one of us. We look forward for you to join." As they all raise their weapons and you all charge. And on that, we're going to stop for tonight, because there's a whole lot of character sheets that need to be given out to different peoples.
Well, we're not going to run your bad guys for you.
You are.
I have to be myself to kill myself?
On the next session, you will play both your old selves and your new selves, and I get to stand back and watch you guys obliterate each other.
Well,
Isn't that fun? So, in our next session, you guys will be running 2 characters, and in your next session, you'll be fighting at least one of your other parties. So, congratulations. You made it to the end of the campaign.
Dang, that's gonna be so weird because my two are also opposite of each other.
Yay!
And we get to pick who we fight, though, right?
Nope.
Can't believe I rolled a 1 on
I
your
get to
program.
choose.
You know, I've been wanting to do PvP for so long, and this is not how I expected to do PvP.
I don't want to fight
Rolling
myself.
100.
This is
Why I
PvP.
just rolled 100.
Question.
Might I also say that Legion, like the body of the real Legion, is nowhere to be found. Neither is the true body, original body or soul of the old Vampire King.
Okay, question.
Question.
Are we like PvPing ourselves?
You're PvPing yourselves.
Or like
Or are we
one
like
character's fighting one character?
Clyde fights Pavel.
Yeah.
Dathomir fights.
That would be fun.
Everybody's thrown in one big, huge, ugly cluster.
Oh, great. So it's
And
just
so we get to
one
choose.
it's a
big-
free for all.
No, I said we
It's-
don't get to choose.
Oh.
It's a
Choose.
free-for-all. And depending on the choices your regular characters make, your other characters have to make an adjustment to that. So you'll have 2 characters to plan for the next session. Aren't you excited?
Thrilled.
You can play Illyria.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh yeah!
Wait for you guys
You
to come back
fucking
and see
did
this.
it.
She kills herself on turn 1. So does Zara. They even
Oh.
washed.
Yeah, literally, they both
disintegrate each other.
disintegrate.
So may I also say, this right here was one of the reasons why I thought it was really, like, your characters may die, but it's not my fault. It's gonna be you guys.
And
against
that's
you
also
guys.
why you were like, go ahead and make them as strong as you like. Give
Go ahead.
them all of
Would
the
you like to give them
items.
some legendary weapons? Why, go ahead. And
Yes,
now,
sir, you
all
know I
those
did.
decisions you
Had
made.
to push the button every time.
Wait. My favorite was, could I min-max the characters? And I said, absolutely.
Oh.
I'll make a turtlekin that is unbeatable.
Oh.
Really? I
mean,
can't wait
he's a
to
healer, like a ridiculous level of healer.
see. So, isn't this going to be fun?
So you're telling me Corey's playing 3 characters?
I will tell you guys after the break or after our session ends who it is you'll be playing,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of
we're
fun.
not.
Because 2 more Corey's characters.
See you guys next week. For the slaughter.